normal quality, but there also are rolls to see how good of a blacksmith the person was, and to see if there are exceedingly quality items. So there a lot of it. Some of it's given to chance, but a lot of the times the person who's prepared the game and like what's going to happen like knows like the qualities of everything.
But there are tables in the Dungeon Master's Guide that often, if he's going to be like, oh, hey, I don't know what to put in the chest, you roll, and you roll a D100, so they have a list from 0 to 100, and if you get like a 65, it'll say, oh, you have a Masterwork longbow.
I can even show you. So, like right here is a list of
The cool thing about Hackmaster
random weapons.
Really,
So you roll
it really
a
helps.
D1000.
I'm not saying
if you want to generate a
force, but it
random
really
weapon,
helps
here's all the
support
different
role
weapons.
playing in a way that Dungeons and Dragons does.
And so like there's just
Which
all
is-
these different
makes the
charts
game
too.
better.
So like what happens is you prepare an
More
adventure,
fun. Even if you're like not doing
and they tell
awesome,
you to like here's a treasure table. So if you really don't know what you want to give the party, you could be like, oh shit, what's in it? And you roll. And so you like, let's say you roll a 521. There's a little bit of jewelry. So then you go to the jewelry table, and then you roll there.
Nice.
And you're like,
Sweet.
oh, there's a crocodile tooth necklace on a brass chain, and you just determine the value of it. So a lot of that there's a bunch of rolls to determine all that stuff, and so a lot of the times that's done beforehand to speed up the process. So like today at about 7, I was sitting upstairs and I was like reading through all my notes and like re-clarifying things and making a few more rolls and adding details to try to make it flow better so that I don't have to like be looking at these tables in the middle of the game. So a lot of the times I'll just have it prepared and like try to memorize it so that I can just kind of let it flow a lot easier.
Which is the sign of a good dungeon master.
Yeah, and some people are insane about it. And yeah, some of them are very prepared. But I've also got like a bunch of different modules down here from like magazines that have pre-prepared adventures. So I mean, I'll even show you an example. Let's see. Like here's a combat. So there's a warder, and they've got all of his stats, and they got his possessions. So that way, when you kill him, there's a +1 battle axe on him. There's a potion, and like all this gear. And like maybe in combat he used the potion, so he doesn't have it anymore.
Okay, and so whatever he has left after use in battle, you can take as loot.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And we have several different systems that we play too. Hackmaster's very detail oriented.
It's also very different from
Very different.
everything else.
Yeah. Hackmaster. Well, what happened was Hackmaster got a license from Dungeons and Dragons to make a spoof. So they started with Hackmaster 4th edition. There was no 1st edition, 2nd edition, or 3rd edition.
Hackmaster 5e?
No, Hackmaster 4th edition.
No, like is what you're playing.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
So they got a license from Dungeons and Dragons to make a spoof. Yeah. So Hackmaster 4th edition was just entirely spoofing Dungeons and Dragons. They kind of they basically took Dungeons and Dragons and put some twists on it and just made it goofy as possible. Then they were like, okay, it's fun, but the system isn't like very fine tuned. Mm-hmm. So they came out with this edition. So this edition is its own game system. You can see the similarities to Dungeons and Dragons, but they've still kept the goofiness and just made it a lot more of a streamlined system. Like one of the examples of the goofiness is there's a magic item that's called like the Thimble of Luck, and it's full of alcohol, and if you drink it, you gain like a bunch of luck for the day. And it says, it even says, note, a good dungeon master will actually make a player take a shot of something when they use this magic item. And there's like a spell even called like Cannabis Cloud, that there's this god of gluttony, and he grants his priests the ability to cast these clouds of cannabis and like make opponents just like crazy high. So there's tons of little details, like the thief character can use luck to influence the game to try to like go in his direction, but if he doesn't say a reason why he was lucky, it doesn't work.
Yeah. I like I have this ability for my character called one-upsmanship, which I use build points to get. So basically, if like it's a lot of opposed rolls, so like
I remember
they'll
that.
roll a die and I'll roll a die. Whoever gets higher wins. So if we get the same, I win. But my character has to come up with like a clever retort. So like I'll be like, you roll like I roll a 15, my opponent rolls a 15, and I'm like, aha, not in my homestead, young fellow, and like just like and like you have to add something to it or it doesn't work.
So there's a, they
So it
really,
like forces role playing. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Exactly.
they
Which
do a lot of
makes it
details
fun.
like that. Yeah.
Especially given context, they can be really ridiculous. And yeah.
So we're up and we're live.
Okay.
What are we doing?
Maybe time to build a Hackmaster character.
Yeah, well, we don't really have like the main character that was like they're currently in London, and they're trying to find.
I thought it was London.
Yeah, they're currently in London.
Mm-hmm.
They went through a portal to try to find this god's ancient weapon that's been hidden on Earth, and currently one of the party selflessly distracted the police by being a murderer. While the rest of the party is going to find him, and currently we don't have the character playing the priest. So
Would it like? I mean, because I can use the compass. Like we can use the compass. Would it work if we got separated? Like how soon do you see us?
We
Like
have to really.
this is the session where it would be
Yeah.
it would be all coming together.
And Mick Nibblefingers is just off in some restaurant, right?
Yeah, Scruffy Nibblefingers is currently buying fish and chips. Yeah, his name's Scruffy Nibblefingers, and he bought a gun from a pawn shop accidentally, and he's just been going around to shops looking for food. He's
threatening people
So
with
is
the
he
gun.
going back to the portal with a pistol?
he's going to. He's going to come back with a
with
pistol.
25 shots, right?
Yeah, with some ammo.
Does
Also,
he know
in the
he
real
used it
world.
yet?
Nick
He has
like,
not used it.
Nick full on just executed like 3 people with his bow. Like they're like, why do you have a bow? And they whip
Yeah.
out a switchblade and they're like, oh, what are you gonna do? Robin Hood. And he just fucking murdered 3 of them.
Yeah.
Like in the
He has
chest.
the whole police after.
Yeah,
him.
and he
Yeah.
he like jumped onto the rooftops and was just like raining down arrows, and was just like, oh, this is not good.
Mhm.
Now but we're missing.
Yeah, we're missing all of them.
We could have done it with Julian, but
But
we couldn't.
what do you guys want to do?
We could try the thing you were suggesting, where I don't know, you were imagining like the camera and your setup being here, and then Eli Dungeon Master's where he used to be over there, and then we're on the sides of the table. Maybe
We could try to just rearrange the
maybe
room.
that would
or,
fix the problem of it being like really wide.
Yeah, this camera is as a webcam is not designed to be widescreen.
Yeah, we could rearrange the room and try to see if we could. We could also just build Hackmaster characters if you're interested in seeing characters being built.
Yeah.
It's like one of the.
Definitely be intrigued to actually watch the
We could
process.
do an interview piece.
We could do interview pieces because you're here.
Building characters is honestly like maybe one of the most fun parts of the game. Like playing the characters fun, making the characters so fun. Even if you don't end up playing it, I like playing
I think
characters.
that's
It's so
like
fun.
it's superior in Hackmaster than it is to like it's so much fun to create a character in any like rendition of D&D, but
Hackmaster is like you put all that
Flexibleness.
planning ahead in the first level, whereas sometimes
want some?
with
What are these?
Sour gummy bears.
Ooh.
sure, dude.
I know.
They're from the town pump.
Huh.
Nice.
They actually make their own gummy bears, and I found them to be the most delicious gummy bears I've ever eaten. And then I found out
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're really good.
the regular ones are actually 10 times better than the sour ones.
Wow.
These are just the right amount of sour too. They're not.
Yeah, it's not like okay, my tongue's like vibrating.
I'm thinking for the table. I think I want a wide table at the end still.
Yeah, because you'll probably have. So you could have one wide and then 2 abreast right here.
Yeah.
Breast.
That's what
I'm
I'm
getting
thinking.
into the.
Yeah, let's
I
try
don't know what else to call it.
Let's just try to wiggle the room around.
Adjacent.
Yeah. I mean, I'm in Dungeons and Dragons land. The rest seemed the right way to go.
Yeah.
Pirates.
Yarr.
Ooh, are there Hackmaster swashbucklers?
Kind of. There's a
you guys
there's a lot of different classes in Hackmaster. Because every religion
Pretty petty.
has its own cleric class.
You want to
Like
put this?
class?
Yes, has its own class. Every religion has its own class. So that way, like the god of luck has a different cleric than the druidic gods. So
Okay.
I
So
played
there
D&D
are.
all of 2 times in my life, actually.
well,
I pissed my DM off once.
what'd you do?
We started this brand new campaign thing, and we wandered in this village, and it was like day 1. We're all like level 1s and whatnot, and like we're in this village, and the zombies attack. And like I get a lay of the land, and I'm playing a rogue, and I'm like, what do I have in my pocket? So I've got some tinder, a flame.
Oh, you set the whole thing on fire.
I lured the zombies onto this wooden bridge that was covered, and then climbed up to the top, and then set the bridge on fire, and got kills on all the zombies. So apparently, like I got all the experience, and we got pissed off at me. And
That's
so
pretty
he
sweet.
killed me off
Yeah.
like the next day.
Oh, here, come on, pass me that.
You should have just rolled with it.
Yeah.
Right?
Spread the experience anyway.
Yeah, that's I usually spread the experience as long as the entire party is involved. Just because I mean I've definitely when we've got like 3 or 4 people, then sometimes I'll do like experience per person if like we're really trying to get in depth. But usually it's just a pain in the ass to keep track of like who kills who did what damage to what monster, and that just it's very
So really,
painstaking.
And then
usually
the other one was
only-
the Disneyland one I told you about. That was pretty awesome.
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
But the only like difference in experience is usually just by the level of character.
Yeah.
We played this quirky campaign where like we had to like modify standard classes, and we had to base our characters off of like relatives
So
of
what,
famous
how long ways
characters.
and these 2 abreast?
Yeah, I think that would be the best way to do it. Okay.
So we had like Tinker Sacks, which was Tinkerbell's.
we could
cousin.
even just.
I mean, technically we can just scoot this one over, just pull that one back, and then slide it back around.
Yeah.
As long as far enough over on this side.
Oh, watch out for your.
Oh, it's
So we're just gonna scoot this one long ways, and then. Tables will fold.
Alright, you want
Oh, swear. Yeah. See how that works. Okay.
Is that how you imagined it, Eli?
the way I was thinking was this one sideways and those 2 perpendicular.
Well, it's pretty easy. Whatever you 2 think. You're the video guy. You're the DM. So.
That looks to be. I mean, this is how long it's going to be, regardless, right?
No. It's gonna be
No.
about 2/3 this size.
Okay, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking that anybody sitting up here where I want people to be, out further away from the camera so they're better in the shot, are going to be playing on a flimsier surface.
Yes. Yeah.
Here's what I'm thinking. If
Yeah.
I turn that one sideways,
Okay.
scoot everything that way, and I set up my tables
Okay.
and get my length from.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you're here and Eli's on this side, that'd be fine.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I can move my tables further back and get my camera all the way up against the wall.
Okay.
We could even work with that doorway.
Let's let's
I was thinking that too.
flip this sideways.
And I can lower my tripod a little bit to get a shallower angle,
Sick.
and then bring everything
that's
that
better.
way.
Yeah. And we might let's bring everything this way. If we wanted to make it longer too, I mean, we could turn one of these sideways.
I think we'll be fine. I mean, we've got like Tyler, you know, me, Nick, Madison, and Sawyer
I'm thinking about moving this chair.
to be like usable.
Yeah, so that there's more space back here.
Yeah. And we can-
Basically, the further I get the camera away from you, the better, the more people I can fit in a frame.
Okay. So I'm thinking that do you want me to sit down here or on that side?
done like your wider angle that way and get a player on each
Also
end.
right here.
And like if you need books and stuff, you don't have to like get in the camera's way. And,
Yeah. So
that's where all the cool stuff happens.
And plus, I can put this microphone right in front of me, aiming at that direction.
very true.
I am just here for something.
That's all right.
You already have a Steam account, right?
No, I want to
Yeah.
make another Hackmaster.
You're gonna make another Hackmaster character?
I might just do it for funsies.
Yeah, I think it
Or
would be
like
fun
as
to
a
play another group.
backup.
Makes
if
a good
Varna
excuse for me to
dies.
clean downstairs.
Yeah. Also, if you're
Oh,
not,
I
I would
should
love
probably
to
do
DM the
homework.
campaign.
Yeah.
That'd be super fun.
Do you want me to
DM'd
take
one
those
of
board
Billings.
games upstairs, Eli? Or are you gonna keep them down here?
The new Twilight Imperium is shipping. Boom. So we'll get it soon.
I'll actually play that one.
The new, it's a lot easier.
So good, yeah. Yeah.
I'm actually gonna
I like
move
the
these.
old one too. but
Open
it's
up
a
that
little long.
closet.
Oh yeah.
Toss them in there. That means we can scoot this table back as well,
Yeah.
so that we can.
Eli, are you gonna be here during winter?
I'm thinking like center it on this, or do we want people to be still sitting on the
Yeah,
couch?
that would be good. Although I mean, it might work if you like, if this kind of area was your like DM corner,
Mhm.
and then because then I could like sit here and we'd have more room.
Good catch.
So if your screen was faced like this, so you had this like entire corner to work with,
Ooh.
it would be space efficient.
Yeah, let's see. Where's the
the screen.
where's the screen? Right here.
So let's work it out like,
So if we had the screen like right here,
yeah,
ooh,
and then
that'd be nice.
if I'm sitting down, I can't see what you're doing. So like, and then I would use this corner, and then Tyler is probably usually
Yeah.
there.
That would work well.
Cool.
Let's see, Frostgrave. This guy. These guys can go upstairs. This guy can go upstairs. Here's the character you're starting on.
Yeah, what were you making?
He just asked me to make characters
Yeah.
for like other people.
I wasn't even gonna play in that campaign, and then I made my character, and I'm like,
And you were
"Aw,
so
this'll-"
excited, you're like, I guess I'm playing.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, I would have played. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like,
I would've hopped in
this is
immediately.
so fun.
Oh, here's just an
I really
empty.
just wanted to play a wizard, because I always end up fighting like playing like I don't know, weird melee swashbuckler monk type things.
Do you? Okay, so do you have like flat character sheet for him?
Yes, I do.
nice.
Fantastic.
Hey guys,
That looks
let's take a second to peek at that.
that looks really good. That looks way better.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
The frame rate.
It's
is
a
pretty
little-
nice, too.
30 frames per second, 720p.
It's a little dark on that side of the room, though.
A little bit. We could.
Put a lamp.
Put this
Move
lamp
that
over there.
lamp.
Yeah.
Right around my brother's hiding in the corner.
Yeah, we could easily do that. You want to grab the lamp, Sam?
Oh, hey, we actually have a lamp.
I heard me, so am I in the way?
No, sour gummy bears.
You're fine.
Stat.
Stab. We gotta be. I have to. Next time I have edibles, I have to be more careful. I couldn't play.
Oh yeah,
Really?
that's.
That one time.
So what happened was, yeah, it was.
Dude,
it was,
when was this?
it was a few weeks ago, and the our cleric got so blitzed
Inebriated.
that
Better?
he was unable to leave the inn that they had just fought in.
I'm gonna stay here with the dead bodies.
Yep.
Yeah, it was just a shit show. It was fun. But
It was just a shit show.
it was for me. I was impressed Eli could still DM. Like at all.
Yeah, hit me up next time, damn.
Ravenclaw, Hufflepuff. Oh. These are empty character sheets. These are all character construction stuff.
Does that mean I can have that table now, Brad?
Yeah, it appears that way.
It might even be cool if we brought that like portable amp and then had in the background.
As long as it's the humming song. On the snowy mountain.
Can you take that to the garbage upstairs? Okay, so it would be perfect.
Yeah.
I
The pines were. That would be cool. I wonder if we get like copyrighted.
Hog! Haha!
Nice.
I found a cat. Oh, he was ready.
Yeah.
It's real close and personal at the back of my head here.
Nice.
Okay.
That's stuck in my fucking head.
I'm already way ahead of you.
Well, so yeah,
Yeah, I
it would
got
be
to put this
cool
shit
to DM so you could actually. You enjoy playing, but you never get to.
It's just a curse of life.
Yeah, but no, I'd be down.
You're more than welcome to if you feel like creating something.
Cool, man. Would you prefer 3.5 or 5e? You want to switch it up? Or
Power
do you have
on.
Power on.
what we're used to?
Put these into the 2 chins.
Yeah, oh yeah, Eli, I'm pretty flat out as far as school. I can do about 2 nights a week, but
Yeah, no, it's all good.
Felt bad because like I made this campaign, I was super stoked, and then I started it, and then I was like, man, I need my Thursday.
You're like,
afternoons.
fuck, yeah.
I need to
At
be
least
able
a
to do
little
more.
back table. No, I need a full table. I gotta get my laptop out of the shot.
I hate you so much.
You're gonna have to learn to live with it.
The rage. The rage.
I have learned to deal with it for 27 years. You go play in traffic.
I'm not the easiest brother. A younger brother too.
I miss my younger brother. I actually, when I went back home the other day, they all played.
I forget your thing is like a family.
Oh yeah. My
That was-
family.
That was how we started. My dad DM'd with like me, my cousin, and I think my mom even played once or twice.
My mom she tried to play for a while. She got quickly done with it.
Yeah. Let's see, where's this? I tried real hard to get Sarah into D&D.
Some people just aren't
Yeah.
into it.
It happens. And in Billings, tried with Kyle as well.
Sawyer. Kitchen.
I mean, the potion of heroism's gotta be front and center too.
Mm-hmm.
I'll put that on.
Classic.
Yeah. It's gonna be easy.
For the ankle.
It's gonna be better for the shots.
Outstanding. This looks great right here. Foul.
Should have been faster.
If you want to be out of the shot, Aaron, this corner will be better for you.
I don't care if I'm in a shot.
I do. So. Oh. One of Christina's coworkers thinks you're gorgeous.
I heard.
Is this a second edition?
I also heard she gets. I
A
also heard
really
she-
fat one. I told her it was no bueno.
Some days I can be accurate.
On most. I have enough room. Yeah, I can get everybody. I can angle them.
If I were to sit like,
For 1 second. Let me get a height check there.
So you're still not appearing online?
I am. You're wrong. It's not under my channel. It's UD20.
I don't have UD20.
You should probably look them up.
That sounds like a personal problem.
Personally, it's a problem because you never told me about it.
I like that your sister named this spiderdwarf.png. Or was
Yeah.
that you?
No, that was her. Spider Dwarf.
Alright, here we go. If I tuck in a little bit, here on the table.
Here's some character sheets.
Alright, take a circle. UD20?
UD20, like,
Capital U.
not case it's
Oh, okay. I always.
Yeah.
Okay.
Passwords.
And the picture's just a freaking black, white lightning bolt?
Yeah. I don't have any of the other
You want to build Hackmaster characters?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Sweet. Oh, title of the stream, building characters.
Sure.
I'm actually. I love building characters.
Okay.
So
Are you gonna build one with spells or not?
We'll see what my rolls do.
All right. Here's
Yeah.
fresh piece of paper.
Cool.
I've never done anything religious before.
Fresh piece of paper.
I'll try to do a cleric, but I'll see what I get.
There you go.
Paco dies.
Clerics are so OP though, they can use so many
In
different
3.5, yes, but in Hackmaster, I have no idea.
Oh, and
They could be a mutant character, they could be a spell character, they could be a healer, they could be a little bit of both.
that's actually what it is in Hackmaster.
Clerics are super style.
Every cleric, every god is a different.
It's like a World of Warcraft.
Alright, so let's do I roll for race first?
No, you just roll your ability scores first.
Right. Can you pass me that dice back?
Yep.
What's the rule? So if you have if you have 3 scores that are 6 or lower, I turn it over to you and I name it and turn it over to you.
Yep. So if you roll 3 abilities below 6, you name him and he becomes an NPC that'll be a part of the campaign.
Cool.
Wait. Okay.
Yep. I think it's
9.
Damn.
I'm gonna go from the. Oh my god. This guy's an ugly fucker. Unless I have to turn him over to you.
Peter Dinklage. Actually,
Wow, there we go.
very fine looking.
he's
Yeah.
very fine.
man.
That's 15.
He's beautiful for
Wait,
the
do
right
these
reasons.
dice penetrate?
No, they do not.
I didn't think so.
No, they're watching the World Series at Flippers.
So, is
Wow,
it still
there
6
we go.
ability scores?
7.
7.
12.
So
Right.
yeah, looks.
Looks.
And then you also have to roll the fractional. So percentile.
100. Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, that's some interesting rolls right there.
What do you get?
5 for strength, 11 for intelligence, 16 for wisdom, 13 for dexterity, 15 for
Oh,
constitution.
do it on the scratch in case you have to switch them.
Oh, yeah. Should have done that. Oh, well. Wasn't thinking ahead, as usual. 11,
Yeah.
16.
So if your character has no raw single stat of at least 13, or 2 raw stats of 5 or less, you may name your character and turn your sheet into the game master to use as a
Hackmasters, right?
Who's
hack
your
master.
Hackmaster?
Yep.
Hers.
Hack master.
So, if I roll 100,
Singular.
does it just bump up?
100's a 0.
Yes, 100's gonna be just 0 in this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
How many
Yeah,
people?
you should make a character too. It's super fun if you want.
Fuck it, I'll give it a shot.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get us a shout out for mod characters.
Jesus.
Also, yes.
Yeah, sit wherever you'd like.
Thanks.
And I can help lead you through the character creation.
As long as I can have my snacks nearby, I don't mind.
You are more than welcome to have snacks.
So, I got my ability scores rolled, my dude. What's next?
Okay. Pick a race.
I guess Brad, my laptop is on and viewing.
Pick a race, huh?
Yeah. And so,
I shall take a seat at the table, I suppose.
there's a bunch of races.
Oh, whoops! I need the other one.
and they've each got different costs for becoming different classes.
Interesting. So I don't have to roll.
Birthday
for
cake.
it.
Candy.
No.
Piece of candy.
I like my snacks.
So
Oh, here we go. 96.
the first thing, pencil, pad of paper, and
96 again.
3d6. So 3 6-sided dice.
Oh, hell yeah. 93. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. I'm
So we're rolling for. Let me show you a Hackmaster character sheet. So you're rolling for your abilities. So this is what your character is, like his physical stats. So the first thing you do is you roll 3d6.
Okay.
And this is going to be for strength. So you got 5, 6, 7, 8. And then you roll percentile, which are these guys.
Okay.
So right now you have an 8, and then roll this.
Just one at a time?
No, just together. Because this is 1 in 100. So you're right now it's an 8, 33. So it means that your character is 67 percentile points away from becoming a 9. Yeah. Oh. So,
was, like, one just chilling
write it
outside.
down right there, because you have the ability later to switch. So yeah, 8 and then slash 33.
Okay.
So, and then you'll do that for 10 is the commoner. So your character, as it is, would be a little low on strength.
What is it shittier to have lower
What?
strength?
Am I viewing?
Oh, I'm actually.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm
real fast.
Oh, hop on.
Really?
What is 001? Or is
That's one.
just one?
Yeah. But percentages don't matter too much.
Yeah, I didn't know if it went like the 1 and then the double O's or O's and the 1.
I gotcha. So what's the name of the stream?
Ud20. Right? 1 die 20, except you, because you're the die.
Okay.
So you repeat that 7 times. So 1 for each of.
Yeah, I've got them all written down here.
Cool.
5, 11. Whoa, 16. Wow, 16 wisdom off the bat. That's nice.
That's pretty nice.
What'd you get?
16 wisdom.
Oh, hell yeah.
Because you can also choose a race that could give you a benefit to wisdom.
So is it shittier to have lower strength in Hackmaster than it is in 3.5?
What is your strength at?
It would be a 6.
So you can check. You can check the ability scores. A 6 is very low.
Right.
I don't even remember making a Twitch account.
You know, it's one of those things that might be considered important.
Yeah. No, but like, no, it's already logged in. I just don't personally remember creating my own Twitch account. Which is not searching.
Does this group have a name yet?
This one this week, that usually meets tonight. We called them Dungeon Dwellers, but
Dude,
it's not fun.
you're a gnome titan. You kick arse.
This one? Oh, right here.
Dungeon. Delvers?
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 Yeah.
Okay. So what does some of these mean?
Okay.
So I understand that STR is strength, INT is intelligence, WIS is wisdom, DEX is dexterity. What's CON?
Constitution.
It's Constitution. So looking at these stats up here, your strength is going to affect your damage, how much you can carry, and your feat of strength is if your character's trying to break down a door, how much of a bonus you get. So everything's opposed. So you'd roll a dice and add your, like maybe it's a 3. And then the door would roll a dice, and depending on how tough of a door it is, the door also has a benefit. If you roll higher, you break down the door.
Okay.
Intelligence, you get an attack modifier. And if you're a wizard, you think you have to have at least a 13, and it determines how easily you'll learn intelligence-based skills.
Okay.
Wisdom is your initiative modifier, so how quickly your character reacts to danger. Your defense modifier, so how easily you still react to danger. Just
So that one's, for instance, like block and parry.
exactly. And then mental saving throw. So if a wizard casts a spell at you, or like an illusion, that's the number you'll get to try to beat their attack. Essentially.
Your ability to counter.
Dexterity is going to help your initiative. So how quickly you respond to combat, your to attack, and your defense. In addition to your feat of agility, which is kind of like feats of strength. So that's what you use to avoid traps. And then dodge saving throw. Charisma is if you have a 10
We usually meet at 7.
Yeah, we usually meet at 7.
On
Constitution.
Wednesdays? We usually meet at 8.
Tuesdays.
That you're gonna start with at least
We're the
10 hit
dungeon
points.
dwellers.
So it's 1-to-1 to hit points. And physical saving throws, it's against poison mainly. Your looks will actually affect your charisma. So right now, a looks of 9 will probably give you a -1 to your charisma. So naturally, your how well people react to you is going to be a little bit lower, just because. Yeah. So
Yeah, like I rolled a 4 for my looks, and my charisma's a 9. I don't know if I'll switch it up, but so because my looks is a 4, I have a charisma modifier of -4.
yes.
So instead of like having a 9 as my charisma will be a 5 because I'm accounting for that -4. My other character has like a 19 in looks and in charisma, so it's like
Okay. So which one determined charisma?
Looks, right there.
Okay.
So right now you're just a little bit uglier than the average person. So you might. Does a 9 give you a penalty to your charisma?
Does Dungeon Dwellers normally meet at 8 o'clock?
Yes.
Yeah.
What was it? Sorry, 11.
A 9.
No.
9 affects your starting honor modifier by 1, your turning modifier by -1, and your morale.
But no charisma modifier?
Oh, sorry. I thought you were asking about.
No, yeah, we're looking at looks.
Looks of 9
Is -1 to your charisma
Yeah.
modifier.
So yeah, because you're slightly a little uglier, your charisma's a little lower. Basically. what
Harder
that
to win
means.
over someone when
Yeah.
you're ugly.
Yeah, that's basically what it is.
Okay.
So, right now, your character is really charismatic and has a very high wisdom and a pretty good dex. So if you wanted to keep them as they were,
Maud Garrett told us so well.
oh,
Maud Garrett's famous.
oh really?
She plays Dungeons and Dragons. She was a host on Certified Nerd. She's a very big deal, and she just did us real well.
Who?
Maud
Awesome.
Garrett.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Would you like one? That's exciting.
That is exciting. You toss one over to a brother? Hell yeah. You're the man.
I'm cool.
So, as you are right now, you can keep those stats. Your racial, when you choose a race, it'll slightly modify some of those in good and bad ways. Usually you have one or two stats that'll bump up, and 1 or 2 stats that'll bump down a little bit. Like a dwarf takes a penalty to looks and charisma, but gets
For instance, an elf would get the reverse.
Yeah.
Because they're generally fair to look upon.
exactly.
One cool thing about Maud Garrett, she does a YouTube show with Sam Basher and Elliot Morgan, I think. No, not Elliot. Sam Basher and somebody else, called Fungeons and Flagons, where they play in character dressed up.
Oh, that's awesome.
It would be fun to dress up. For sure.
I wholeheartedly encourage her for this.
I'll go down.
Yeah. So, with this in mind, you're also going to want to think about what your character, what you want to be with him. So, for example, if you wanted to be a wizard, you might notice that your charisma is super high. So, what you could do is you could switch those two ability scores. So, every character starts off with 40 build points, and if you keep what the ability scores you rolled as they are, you get 50 build points. If you switch two of the ability scores, so like if you switched strength and intelligence, and that was the only change you made, you'd get 25 build points. If you rearranged any more than that, you'd get 0 build points. So, do you have any idea what you want to play? Do you need a rundown of what the classes are? So,
Typically, whenever,
What are your stats right now?
8 strength, 9 intelligence, 16 wisdom, 13 dexterity, 10 constitution, 9 looks, and 17 charisma.
17. You could switch 17 to something, or you could just be.
Or you could be a gregarious motherfucker.
That's what my guy is. Like, definitely relies on social skills more than almost anything else.
Video game RPG stuff. He usually goes a warrior.
Yeah, well, generally I've been sticking along close to like an elf assassin.
okay. So the classes that there are actually an assassin class.
Get off my shit, man. I'm rogue. It's me. It's my persona on everything. I'm rogue craft on Twitch. I'm the art.
I'm failing to find a reason to care.
I'm the art of roguery.
He's worried that you're trying to take over his persona.
I'm thinking Elven
Cool.
Mage. The stats don't lie.
Okay.
That's what I do. Nice.
Yeah. Elven Mage is a good one.
That's
Oh, yeah.
It's fun.
It's a
So-
classic.
There are a few fightery characters.
I've never
There's
done a classic.
The generic fighter. The fighter in Hackmaster is, think of more of like a mercenary or a soldier with actual like official training.
Yeah.
A barbarian is more of like Conan the Barbarian, where he like learns on his own, doesn't really get any like professional training, and just kind of like is a general badass. There's the thief, which is think like pickpocket or burglar. There's also the assassin, which is the other side of the coin, where they do have sneaky abilities, but
Yeah, I
they're
haven't looked at that.
really good at
57.
killing someone from behind or stabbing with a dagger.
Well, when I played, what was the one before ESO? Why can I not even recall what it is?
Skyrim.
Yeah, Skyrim.
Skyrim.
When I played Skyrim, I went with an elf, and I typically upgraded its sneak and archery skills.
So you're Bosmer? What elf? What elf? Is there like 3 kinds in Skyrim?
The blood elf.
What? Okay, the dark elf,
Dunmer.
the Dunmer, yeah.
Dunmer, yeah.
Destruction normally.
There is a ranger class too, so more of a scout, sort of uses a bow. I mean, whatever you want from it. There's a wide range of really whatever you want to be. So I mean, what do you want your character to do in the game? Like what do you want him to be able to do? Do you want him to be sneaking around? Do you want him to be using a bow a lot? Do you want him to be just like up front and fighting, using like a pole arm?
Bows,
or-
daggers, and assassination skills are generally my preferred method.
I would recommend either the thief or the assassin. The assassin is a little bit more specialized in the assassination. So if a enemy goes down and is helpless, you can kill him in 2 seconds, while a normal party member who's not an assassin would kill him in 10. That's a coup de grace. A thief does it in 3 or 4 seconds, I believe. And the thief has more of a specialization in the pickpocketing and lockpicking, as opposed to just the hiding in shadow and disguise. So there's a slight difference in the core skills that you'll
So he's
have.
more like a walking tool belt, like
Yeah.
trap sense for sure. Or find anyway.
I feel like thieves are less of the walking toolbox in Hackmaster than in Dungeons and Dragons, because they like build points are kind of like the same as skill points, and like you don't necessarily end up with more build points as a thief.
Yeah.
So, and it's hard to be really versatile in this game.
It's hard to be very versatile.
You have like,
Okay.
which is more realistic.
The most versatile character is the rogue, and the rogue is kind of like the.
Bad idea.
It's kind of like a con man. So they've got a little bit of spells, and they've got just a boatload of skills. And I mean, they've got like all the different appraisals and a bunch of different personality abilities as well. So there's also that. But, your brother might.
Out of courtesy
Kill you if
for
you-
my brother, I'll stick more along the lines of.
Tricks of the trade.
I'm doing the opposite of my last.
I don't know.
All right.
Barbarian.
Sticking by the shadows sounds fair at this point.
Okay.
Be an Artemis in theory.
Yeah, what?
Artemis in theory.
So
From,
I've
the
decided
Drow
on
series.
race and
Alexander
class.
Okay.
So now what do I do?
Just do Erden
So,
is my favorite.
Ranger. I remember those
what are
books
your-
are actually based on D&D.
Yeah, they are.
They
Yeah,
are.
I read the Drow series. Drizzt was
So
definitely my favorite.
Drizzt is a Drow Ranger. However, his mortal enemy is the human assassin, Artemis Interi.
Mm-hmm.
Who has the magic
Who's the
dagger.
swashbuckler? The super cool one.
Wolfgar, the barbarian?
No.
What?
there's
You might be talking about the same guy.
Mhm.
Are you talking about like the guy
He's
that?
not really a swashbuckler.
No,
There's
he's-
the dwarf, Bronzebeard, his daughter Katie Bree, Wolfgar the barbarian.
There's Cedric the
there's,
cleric, but he only-
Yarlaxle. That's what I'm talking about.
the Drow mercenary.
Oh yeah,
Jarlaxle, yeah.
he's cool. In some of the Dragon magazines, they even talk about what level the character like.
Mm, Elemenster's
Dragon
like.
magazine used to have the best
Yeah.
comics in the world.
That's why I have like 200 of them over there. No, I just go in there. The first thing I read is flip back to the end and read the comics.
I haven't looked through those since I was in middle school, but man, I used to love some of them.
It's crazy. They're all my dad's. And, I had a neighbor. I graduated high school, and my neighbor came over and he was like, "I've got this box of my son's things," and I was like,
Yo.
"I'll take it." And there was just like old D&D books and manuals and dice, and
That's awesome.
it was awesome.
So I have my ability chain.
Okay. Could we snag a book?
Yeah, there's gotta be more than.
I think there.
I know there's 3.
Did
Here.
actually I see the other one.
You got it. Okay.
I thought Noel took it. Oh, that makes it so much easier.
Yeah, I was about to say I can
Okay.
just swing over to that side of the table.
So, squeeze this up to the front. So we're gonna look at if you want to maximize. So here's the summary of class costs by race of character. So we're looking at the assassin. This up here. So the assassin. So right now you have 40 build points. You might want to write that down over here. And if you keep your stats the way they are, you'll have another 50. But you'll probably want to, see what we can do to make your guy a better assassin first, because we're probably going to want to switch something into maybe even strength to make you a better in melee. Unless you want to just be very charismatic, it's your choice.
Oh my gosh, half orcs. have
So,
many
The cheapest assassin is actually the human. The next cheapest is a half orc, and then a half elf that was raised by humans, and then a grell, which is kind of like a dark elf in this world,
Yeah.
and a half goblin, half hobgoblin. But you can also, if you really want to do, you could be an elf. It would just, or a half elf, elf reader. It would just be more build points. So, and here's what all the different races do. So, like, if you chose to be a human, your ability scores would stay exactly the same. But if you chose to be a grell, you'd lose an intelligence, gain a dexterity, and lose 1 looks. So.
And Constitution has to do with how fast you recover.
No, it just it just directly affects your hit points. So if your Constitution's 10, you'll have 10 plus whatever your race is, which is usually 10.
I get you all to say something in the Twitch chat. Testing out
Oh yeah.
the chat box.
On the far right.
Oh yeah.
What you thinking?
It's hard, right? It's such a fun decision.
Well, I mean, considering the cost for an elf and a half elf are the same,
I'm gonna
and
misspell
for
that.
a half elf, I only take half the difference.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a -2. Well, I guess strength doesn't necessarily matter since most of it's going to be sneaky.
Yeah.
So Sawyer, do you know how like build points work in terms of like how many you get?
So you start with 40.
Start with 40. So character costs 20, but I'm not switching any points.
So because you didn't switch any, you get 50
Plus 50.
plus 50. So you're at 90 at the moment.
Okay, but minus the 20 from my class choice, right?
Yep. So 70.
I honestly like doing,
Mhm.
class is important, but like, before you start purchasing stuff, do your flaws. That way you kind of know your total.
Yes. So after you purchase your class,
Okay.
then go to flip to the page that says prior and particulars, which is you're gonna roll up your height, your weight, and you're gonna roll to see how much your family cares about you. Because if your parents loved you, you get build points. If they abused you, you'll get flaws.
All right, let's do this shit.
Yeah.
Handedness.
Aaron,
Elf.
let's go ahead and start writing down every flaw you can think of.
You get so
I would
many
be
build
creating
points.
your character if I were on that stance.
It's true.
Dude, I remember the first time Blake and Hayden were playing it. They're brothers. They're part of their Hackmaster group. The first time they were playing, it was just constant, just like back and forth the whole game. Like it was like, oh my god. Daniel, I think Blake still calls him Daniel Doppelhor.
He does. Daniel Doppelhor.
So funny.
If you want to get in on the feed, you could be over there. I don't know if you care about being visible or not.
Yeah, well, I'll get in there. Why not?
So are you thinking about being an elf assassin?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So are you gonna? So that'll cost 60 build points to be an assassin, and right now you have 40. So
I'm gonna leave them the same and build from there.
okay. Do you want to? So if you leave them the same, you'll gain 50.
What's up, dude?
Right. So you'll bump up to 90.
Exactly, at which point I will
Trying to
have
figure out
30
my
left
race.
after
Yeah.
I can play
doing this to customize and go
200
fun.
plus.
You can
40,
also
12.
spend build points to increase these fractionals. So like this is a 1799. You can
D12.
spend 1 build point to add 5 fractional points, which would then make it an 18,4. Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, especially since it's so close, that might be a nice bump.
215 years old.
Kind of like the Grells.
The Grells are pretty crazy. Although if there's an elf in the party, then it gets a little, then that's rough because
Yeah.
they completely hate each other.
For sure.
Yeah.
Since there's 2 elves in the party, I'd advise not making it.
Or
a
do.
Grell.
I'm not a cop. Like.
No, I won't. I'll just make things like it'll be. Yeah.
Be really tough.
232.
It's easy not to.
Alright.
Half Hobgoblin. Even better.
Yeah,
What's
see,
a
it's
way
good.
I can still have them hate me?
What there's tons of ways for them to hate you.
Oh yeah,
Um,
don't even worry about it, dude.
It's awesome. So
I got you.
you got all those down.
Half orcs take so many
You can even
minuses.
apply them now.
Halfling.
So you're modified. I know your looks. Yeah. So you modify them first.
Maybe I'll just
So-
do a human.
Strength is -2, drops down to 6. Dexterity is +2. Except to 15.
65 inches.
-4
I'm
Constitution.
5'5" as an elf.
This is so funny. Look, so in the humans at a glance, like they give you like the languages and some of the culture. Advice on playing a human: if you cannot relate
to the human experience, nothing I write here will aid your play. Perhaps you should try half orc.
Okay.
That's so funny.
You are a gnome titan. You kick ass.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I should look at gnome titans. That would be sweet.
They're fun as barbarian characters. 'Cause
That's-
they're gnomes that were bred for war.
Oh, I'm
which is-
totally doing that.
He's a short elf, huh?
Yeah. At least, I mean, in 2 of our campaigns, we've had a barbarian or a dwarf who's
That's
been
wicked
like
fat.
4'2"
Wait,
and
where's-
250
where's the gnome
pounds.
titan?
But they're
There
just
it is.
insanely obese.
Yeah, ridiculously obese.
What was the BMI on the guy in your Saturday campaign?
It's like 32.
That's
It's
so
bad.
Oh my gosh! Plus
So
4.
you got all
defense
those
bonus?
adjusted.
Totally doing this.
The one thing that's also an adjustment is because your looks are an 11, your charisma is not going to be modified. So if your charisma won't change. But if you want to spend a build point, you could basically bump that up to a 20.
Oh, what?
20.
You're not allowed to be a
which would be
barbarian if you're a
super-
gnome titan.
Well, you'd probably want to be
It's NA. I guess you have to. That's silly.
a gnome titan.
Can't.
Yeah, not available. Because you'd be trained as a fighter, is what it is. Because the
gnomes just don't go nuts sometimes. They don't go Roman.
if you want to be a berserker, you want to pick up the cleric.
Yo.
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
There's a berserker?
Yes.
Thanks, dude.
Just started coming apart.
That's all good.
Where's that?
It's in here. So because it would be a specific cleric class.
I already drank both of my bottles of water.
Oh yeah, if you guys want water, we've got pitchers down here that we usually fill up.
Is it tap?
Yeah.
I don't drink Missoula City water.
Fair
I
enough.
had it with the water tested.
Here, it's in here
I
somewhere.
haven't touched it since
Makes sense.
Missoula City water is so bad.
It is. But since
I know I'm so freaking pissy, right?
yeah, you're terrible.
Try living with him.
Yeah. We've got a weird sink room you can live in if you really wants to.
Hey, I've been
Sam
there.
lived in there for a while.
Pretty sure you
between
did.
houses.
No.
Yeah.
Who was at the original place first?
Me. Well, I moved in with my best friend. Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
We've been friends for like 10 years, and he
Okay.
moved from Utah. Just for
Nice.
fun.
I'm gonna say I'm going to a new place, so.
Or you and Spencer are looking for someone, right?
Yeah, I think Nani's gonna live with us.
Stream to
Nani.
or our Twitch to our Amazon Prime.
Well,
Go to your account.
But we're open on having one more. So
cool.
Temple of 3 Strengths. Wait,
Is
there
a
an index
0
for
0 on a
this?
D100 100 or like 0?
000. That's 100.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's 001?
So
there's no 0 on it.
like on this guy.
So,
So if you rolled this, you would have gotten 100.
Okay.
so
well,
what happens?
I rolled.
So that's a
That.
1.
There you go.
Is it good or bad to be ambidextrous?
It helps. My elven character is ambidextrous. It just means that
Yes.
you don't have to like. If you're dual wielding, it's awesome.
It actually, so you don't take a penalty
But it
from your left hand or your right hand, but you have a +1 to initiative because if something dramatic happens,
like,
you don't know which hand to catch
Yeah.
with. If you're right-handed and someone throws something at you, you usually catch with your right hand. If you're
Okay.
ambidextrous, you don't know which one to go with.
Huh.
So,
I'd like to see the science behind that decision.
yeah. You've got your class. We've got your race.
Where is it?
Now we can go to.
Battle page.
I mean, we can just go to Elves at a glance. So here's everything you've already seen first.
I'm gonna just be a barbarian
Here's all the
fighter.
pros you're gonna have. So you're gonna get free purchases of a bunch of skills.
Okay, should I be writing this down?
You don't have to if you don't want to, but when we get to building your skills, we can. Yeah, take a picture. A few of them can also be written on the very back.
I'm gonna assume be a fighter.
And there is also online character sheets as well
Yeah.
that can direct you to. So a lot of these things you'll be able to write here as well. So You're gonna get a +2 defense bonus, just like naturally. You're gonna a +2 mastery dice bonus in artistry and musician. So if you ever purchase artistry as a skill or a musical skill, you'll get an automatic +2 every time you roll to get better at that skill.
All
Polyglot and
half-orcs are
bilingual.
bastards.
So polyglot, you're gonna learn languages a lot easier.
They are.
Bilingual, you start
They
with
suck.
2 languages that you know really well.
The half orc we have.
Hiding
in
an
our
initiative
campaign
bonus.
has, like,
Initiative
this
bonus
flaw where
is
he just constantly
every
has
time we get
weird
into a
smell,
combat,
which is
I'll tell the party
it's
to roll
fun.
a dice. So I'll be like, you guys, it's a standard encounter. Everyone roll a d12. Initiative bonus means you'd roll a d10. So there's a less. It's more likely that you're going to be reacting faster than someone else. The cons is you're going to have your size small in regards to hit points, so you'll get your Constitution +5 hit points plus whatever you roll for your class. You're also size small for knockbacks, so if you take a certain amount of damage, your character will get knocked back and out of combat and potentially even knocked prone. And then they say this is a con, but it's just kind of obvious. Your native language is Elven, so if you want to be able to speak any other language in the world, you're going to have to purchase it. So,
It's not a bad idea.
and then there's also there's a few talents that you can buy cheaper. And then, yeah. So the next step would be to start generating the background of your character. So we go to page.
Became an assassin.
So your character's age. So you're an elf, and you're an assassin. So your age is 180 plus 3d12p. So what that p means is that if you roll the maximum dice, so if you roll 12 on a d12, you roll another d12, and you can you could. If you were that unlucky, you could keep rolling 12s until your character got so old that you died before character creation.
Unless you're an elf, right? Because they're immortal.
I don't think they are.
No, yeah, elves are immortal.
Oh, they are?
In this game, they're immortal.
Oh,
Yeah.
They just reach this old age, and they're just like, we're old, deal with it.
Yeah.
Dude, wouldn't that be shitty to be permanently arthritic? Like,
Just unable to leave your chair forever.
Yeah.
Do you want to pass
Casting
us the
spells
box
would
of
be
dice?
so hard.
Elves aren't just immortal, like getting more decrepit, they're eternally young.
Are they? Wait, we should.
They're actually eternally young. They don't just like get even more and more decrepit.
Dude,
But do they get to a point where it's like, I don't know.
my grandpa's just like moving sand.
Could you toss me a gummy bear?
Yeah.
Take the
What
whole
color?
thing away, take the whole
I
thing
don't
away.
care.
So
yeah, you.
for your age, you're gonna roll 3d12.
What a treasure.
Uh-huh.
Good call. Feel like a dragon.
So I got 2 6s and a 1.
This is a 6, and that's a 9.
Oh.
So
Okay.
15 or
Dude, this
16.
music brings me back to
So,
RuneScape. That's
You
good shit.
are
Oh, it does sound like
Um,
doesn't it?
16 plus 180. You're 196.
I put Dungeons and Dragons playlist and hit the first one.
Nice. It was like a good fanfare.
I think it's at the very top.
Contributing.
The next thing you do is roll your height. So right here, you roll a d100. So that's these guys right here. Okay, both of them. And now you have to decide, male or female.
Male.
Okay. So
Oh, I'm definitely rolling for male or female.
you are 65 inches tall.
About accurate.
No, it's not. I am 73 inches tall.
Where's that? Wait, I can do math. It's like
Because you're
I'm 71.
that's
yeah,
like
'cause
it's like
6
just
foot
a bit,
is-
that's just
6
above
foot is
6.
72.
yeah,
I'm
71.
6'1".
Yeah. Then we go to A or your
76. No.
They're the last 2.
No.
He's just stuffing you.
What you want, Mark?
I got you, man.
No. I'm out.
So
That's 2.
now you roll your BMI. So you're an elf, so there's not a lot of range for difference in your BMI.
So BMI is body mass index.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you just roll a d6. Want to pass him my phone, Sawyer?
5.
So you're a little bit of a heavier, so your BMI is 19.5. There's actually no way for an elf to be obese. And then your weight up here. What is your BMI was 19.5. Your height was 65.
Mhm.
So you weigh 117 pounds.
What's groin stomp?
It's a proficiency. You have
Yes!
to be, you have to be good at it.
You think that's funny since they're supposed to be short? Do they like get on their backs?
I think it's when someone falls down they stomp on their groin.
Oh.
Yeah,
I like an acrobatic groin stomp.
Is
type of
it
deal.
like is a D12 just 2 D6s?
No, they look like this.
Dude, I should get so good at
Or
like,
like
knocking back
this.
opponents and just knocking out
Yeah.
their balls.
So handedness. So you are a elf. So you roll the percentile dice again.
Okay. There's so many
32.
things to write.
So you're right-handed.
Cons. Poor reach.
And let's see. We go to your heritage and lineage. You're an elf, so you're automatically legitimate. So there's no chance you're a bastard child. But we have to roll to see if your parents are alive. So do you want to roll for your mother or father first?
Father, please let me be dead.
So if you roll less than a 10, you're an orphan.
Dang, the audience is
73.
open. I don't need any more cookies. I polled the audience.
We didn't ask if you need it. You don't need
They
cookies.
are birthday cake Oreos.
Well, and the other thing is you asked need and eating cookies are very. You never need cookies.
Dude,
You always need cookies.
yeah, I mean, unless you have a severe caloric deficit.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
we're not. Yeah, unless,
Diabetic
unless you're
emergency.
You
diabetic.
coerced.
Like, yes.
The audience. You
Hypoglycemic,
liar.
dude.
The one person.
Did you
Gonna crush up
Did you
and
create a
smoke.
poll?
And he was the only one that
And then
answered
he
it.
answered it. Yeah, shut it out.
It's smooth.
Hey, an audience of one is still an audience.
I think I should be.
Should have been paying more attention.
I should be what? Yeah, I'm following. Wait.
I am too.
Yeah,
So
you
my,
just
my
weren't paying-
class, my
Oh,
class
wait.
is assassin,
No?
right?
Yes, your class is assassin, and you're level 1.
Wait. I thought I clicked no.
Ooh, I have a devoted sister and a mortal enemy
Oh,
brother.
Did you make sure to do
Oh,
the
come
charisma?
on. I gotta
penalty?
pay attention.
Yeah.
We could have. That was a risky
So-
move because we could have all been like, "Oh, he needs more cookies."
If you roll, so you roll
I left the
2d12.
poll up for 30 seconds. No time back in 2 minutes. Left it up for 2 minutes.
2d12,
My laptop
and then
is
you're
over there.
modified by the morale modifier.
Dude.
That's your
So
bad.
your morale modifier is probably
There's
going to be
nowhere
a
for me to
bonus.
put it.
So
we
you're
just,
fine.
we just. I wasn't paying attention. You know.
Oh, okay. Oh, that would have been.
I gotta,
I
I gotta
guess
stay on it.
technically,
Wait.
if I were to
Can I create polls?
move to audience,
You can tell me and I'll create any poll you need.
Okay, that's good. I'll make sure everyone's ready on the next one.
can I designate this space here for my laptop?
Yeah, of course.
Oh yeah.
So it's just plus my flat like charisma bonus,
No,
or is it charisma and luck?
it's your morale modifier.
So hero, fearless, brave, steady, nervous.
No, so look under charisma into the ability scores, and it will say, like your morale
Calculations.
modifier is this.
Oh. In character creation.
Yeah. So.
Jumped off a cliff for a sword.
Yep.
Wait, this is Eli. So in Gnome Titan Pros, considered size large for knockback purposes when fighting like giant. Wait, never mind. I figured it out.
I'm glad I could answer your question.
Dude, sometimes just talking to you makes it better. You're like,
That's what I try to tell my girlfriend.
do you have a girlfriend right now?
Shut up.
I was like, I didn't know that.
Wait a second, that's a thing?
You have I was not asking to be malicious. I was actually
Sure.
genuinely curious.
You
but
have a
it ended up being
pseudo-girlfriend,
backing
right?
malicious.
Uh,
Sham.
right there.
Awesome. Already got a
I'm
random.
good.
Yeah, you're like, where's the random?
Hey, we're almost to 50 followers.
Now to remember my
There you go.
Twitch. Oh, woo! First time. I honestly have zero recollection of making a Twitch account. I'm just glad I remember
Your
my password.
I like have like 3 or 4 passwords I use,
I have.
which is nice. And then I have a separate one for like actual important
Alright,
things.
so I got my hand.
There's
in
like
here.
there's like
So
elderly
you rolled for your
accounts
mother.
like
So
everything.
you're gonna
and
want to
there's,
write
like,
mother
bank
and father.
and, like,
So your
So I
father.
wrote for father. I
Yeah,
got
so-
a 73.
Yeah, so he's alive. So right now you're just rolling to see if they're alive or dead.
Yeah.
And then I have one that's for sites that I know are legitimate.
Yeah.
And then I have one for whenever I'm iffy. It's my lowest security one.
Yeah.
67.
So your mother is also alive.
Unfortunately.
Won't be do- So now you have to roll to see if they loved you. So you roll the percentile.
This is where you maybe
You
don't
want-
know if you want them alive.
Yes. Your father, he was abusive.
Oh wow.
So you're gonna gain a flaw automatically.
Yeah, that's
I'm probably
too
gonna
accurate.
I might need your help with
Too real. It got
that
too real.
the section you're doing right now. I might need your help with.
And then you also have to roll for your mother.
What do you have to roll for absentee?
58. She loved you. So
I thought absentee was bastard. It's just not there. Whoops. Absentee parent.
Okay.
I'm gonna subscribe to this. Maybe I should subscribe to my own. If I can figure out.
I
can't
automatically
subscribe
get inappropriate sense of humor quirk.
Oh, we have to be affiliated. Okay.
You can subscribe to me personally. Until we're affiliated.
I'm gonna have to wait 30 days.
And it like costs money to sub. Right?
If you're Twitch Prime.
Yeah,
Oh,
not if you're on
okay,
Amazon
I am,
Prime.
yeah.
If you have Amazon Prime, then you can subscribe to one channel.
I did the Warframe thing where you watch the streams and you get free shit. Good.
Okay, so I get plus, -1 strength,
Okay, so
plus.
this
2.
gives you +2 build points because she loves you. But we're also gonna have to roll a quirk or a flaw because you were abused.
Fucked up.
Yep.
Damn.
Figgity fucked.
Figgity fuck. That's my favorite one of Cole's phrases. They're the best.
Your gargonzo beans.
This is
Yes. Says a lot of random stuff.
Dude, he was fun
So
to
you
play
roll.
with.
You have to roll a
when he
D1000. So
Yeah.
this is a
I don't know,
D100,
he was
and then you
always-
add
I thought he was
another
only half.
category.
I like Tyler, but he was playing.
So
38.
236.
I love the advice on
So
playing
236.
like
So
race.
236.
They're so funny.
You're cruel.
Dude, you're playing a gnome titan. A gnome titan. You kick
So,
arse.
Yeah. So
You
write
have so
down
much
quirk or
arse to
flaw.
kick.
Yeah, that's
you
what
kick
I
the
was
goal
wondering.
right now.
Yeah.
You've got a cruel assassin.
Yeah. Cruel elf assassin.
Yeah.
So you're not going to get any building points for this flaw, but you're also not going to take a. It doesn't count as you having a flaw already. So
I'm just very sick and twisted when I kill somebody.
yes.
You're probably narcissistic too.
Who knows?
Okay.
Let's see how many siblings you have.
Okay.
Roll D20. That's actually what his elf is. His elf is pretty racist and chauvinist and
Yeah.
a lot of things.
I'm like kind of. It's weird because if like I was really playing my
so
character,
D20.
like without considering, obviously I wanted to be playing with these people, I would have left them a long time ago. Because they're all like lower races
Yeah,
that
and
are
you're like, you
inferior to
fucking
elves,
creep.
but like I'm
Yeah.
playing
So you had
a
2
campaign,
siblings.
I'm not gonna fucking do that. But.
So we now have to see where in the order you are. So you're gonna have to roll a D6, and
That's kind of what I
so
go
if-
for.
This
I'm
is
not.
whatever position
It's
you
so
are.
it's tricky
So you're
because
the
like
firstborn.
that character is like almost the opposite of me in like a lot of ways.
So
Call one of your campaign mates Jamaican Barbie.
so let's see what they were.
Okay.
Roll a D6 to see if it's the first one is a brother or sister.
Go with those.
So you've got a brother.
Tony.
Oh wait, does that switch? That switches too.
Tony's persona, but you.
You have 2 brothers. Let's see.
Cinderella.
Roll to see if they're alive. So the first one you're gonna roll another D6. Or He's alive, and then roll again for the other one. You don't have to mark if they're alive. It's just of noteworthy if they're dead. And that one's also alive.
Dude, for the percentile, I rolled.
So since they're both
3
surviving,
in the
you have to see
90s.
if they're an identical twin. So you're gonna roll d8s
And I get plus 2 on
for both of them. And I mean, they're both brothers. If you roll a 1, you're not identical twins. Right?
Okay, so there's an 8.
Yeah, so you're fine. They're just brothers. Now we have to see your relationship to them.
Okay.
So, because of your high charisma, you know, they liked you a little bit more. You've got a 19 charisma, so your morale modifier is 5. So you're going to roll, you can even write that rate there, morale modifier,
Okay.
plus 5. So, we have to see what your relationship is. So you roll 2d12, and you're going to add that 5.
I am really ugly.
What's your
13, 18.
4.
So you're very close with your next youngest brother.
Only one higher than the possible amount. It's like the lowest possible amount.
You communicate often, and you always try to help each other in times of need.
Well,
Ooh, I'm chivalrous.
Then you roll for
Yeah.
the other.
there you
Okay.
go.
Yeah. Well, actually, the gnomes don't take any minuses. I take a minus to charisma, but my charisma was 9, and then it was -4 because of my looks,
19.
and another minus
very
1.
close
So
to
my
both
looks
of them.
and my charisma
So,
are 4.
Well, you got
What
the
this will
yellows
mean
and the
is that
golds,
if,
those
like,
now.
sometimes we randomly
It's
have
kinda
adventures
this, like,
where you
this
just
looks like
like
wax kind of
And in
melted
this case,
in
they'll
the
be able
center
to
of my
help you.
face, and there's a couple holes
So
in
it
it.
really won't make a huge
Pretty
effect
ugly.
in game until it,
I feel
until
like
it does
fighters
matter.
just end up being ugly.
Like, so
fuckers.
it's good that none of them are bitter or
you've
argumentative,
never
because
met
then
Bender.
your character might be introduced.
And
as
yet I'm so cruel.
Yeah, yeah. You're so they love you so much, and you're just cruel.
Yeah, I like that cauliflower ear.
So now we've got quirks
It's all
and
about
flaws.
that groin
Okay.
stomp. Okay.
So
How about that
there's a
groin
bunch.
stomp?
There's 2 ways you
He's
can
got
do
a
it.
dance for groin
You can
stomping.
cherry pick,
Same.
so you can
That
pick which
Maddie,
flaws
what's
you
going
have,
on?
but you get half the building points from it.
Okay.
I'd rather roll.
So roll, and so we roll these guys.
Okay.
Okay. And I'll do
I'm
family and
I'm
background.
honorary
Someone
and
watching?
chivalrous.
Hey, welcome. Woo! We're just building Hackmaster characters and
Yeah.
talking shit.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, so let's see what you get. So, 896. So
Here, I might switch over to that side because I might need some
Ooh.
help with the.
you're
aspect
you have
of it.
myopia. So, if you want to, you can re-roll that. But
Eli, what section of the book is the family and flaws and all that jam?
it's page 118.
Okay. Does it lay it out pretty good, or am I gonna kind of? Oh no, I got this. Hopefully. I did it once, so I have the gist.
It also says what it does here.
It's nearsightedness.
Yeah, it looks
Yeah.
like it's
So it's a.
Starting age, gnome titan,
I think
fighter,
all gnomes have it. So
3d6.
if they're
I'm a
farther
youngin'.
away from you, you're gonna take a penalty to
I'm a
hit
young gun.
for every if they're farther than 40
Young
feet
gnome
away.
titan gun.
I have to re-roll that because with using a bow, I need to see far.
Yeah, if you're gonna
36
bow, it's gonna-
plus
it's gonna
oh, it's like
So
1d6.
re-rolling, what does that do?
3, so
That's fine.
39 is my age.
I think
We're making these level 1 characters, yeah.
yes.
Yeah, I figured.
It gets one. It costs 1 build point to reroll.
Okay,
So
I can do that.
yeah, you just take a build point penalty and you just roll again.
So I'm -1.
Okay,
Go back down to 31.
Let's do even is a male, odd is a female.
So
Looks like I'm female.
570.
Yeah, ugly as fuck female.
So you are a snob.
How
You're
many
a cruel
siblings
snob.
do you
It's
have?
not bad.
I haven't determined that. I decided to do sex like
In the event that you have a devoted brother, I have a devoted sister.
Ooh,
That would be cool as fuck.
And you're gonna
You'd
probably
have
have
to
a
be
high
non-Titan, 'cause
BMI,
I'm
so you'll
set
be
on
really
Oh,
fat.
thought you were an elf. Never mind.
Nope.
Yeah, no, I am your.
So that gives you that gives you
What the
10
fuck
build
happened
points.
here?
dude, you are an ugly bitch.
The next
I am so
one
ugly.
you roll,
I am really
you'll
ugly.
get 5
Solid
less
2
to
out of
whatever it
10.
is.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the
Damn.
more flaws you have, you want to
Actually,
just keep racking.
technically 4 out of 10.
build points.
Because
And you can roll
literally
as
I
many or
rolled a
as few
4.
times as you like.
That's funny.
So, but once you
Okay.
decide to roll, you have to roll.
Oh Jesus.
Known Titan. Height in inches. Female.
All right.
Roll
So
would
what
be
you're saying
100.
is, if I roll for another flaw, if I were to get
So 100 splits.
10, I actually
that's a
get
30.
5.
Yes. So if you roll a
Okay.
5,
3,
build
7,
point
1.
you'll get nothing. But there's tons that are 40 or 20 or 30. So, and a few of them vary as well.
37 inches.
So 37 inches.
Thank
If
you,
I have a
That
facial
Natty, for the follow.
If I
Thank you.
have a facial
Woo!
scar,
Thanks for following.
if I roll the facial scar, then I roll 2d20.
Fat
And
Natty.
I have potentially
Nice.
quite a few.
Yeah. So there's a lot of potential. I usually roll 2 or 3 random flaws, just seeing what I get.
I'm thinking I'll take 2.
And you, okay. So,
D4.
this is, yep, 64.
I'm
So you're a bad
superstitious.
liar. 64.
Animal phobia.
Oh, sorry, animal phobia. And
Oh God, it's a hamster!
roll a d20, see what it is. It could be.
Oh, I want you to be terrified
18.
of cats.
You're terrified of flying insects.
Bees. I don't
Dude,
like
oh
bees.
God,
That's really
That's
shitty.
such a
but, like,
shitty one. But that one's like
everywhere.
actually very like typical. though.
Viable, yeah.
Yeah, so your morale drops from hero level to nervous, which is like super low when you're around these animals. Or so you might be frozen in fear. You might try to escape. You could.
Claim to be allergic, but you're not.
Shield me!
I don't claim to be
can't
allergic
get
to
touched
bees. I just don't like them.
Foul-mouthed and chivalrous.
I haven't rolled flaws yet, but I'm excited. I'm getting all the other stuff.
All right, so
Would
I've
you like
got.
a third?
No.
I'm worried. Well, because if I roll
Wait.
another one, do I lose an extra 5 or? Is
Yeah,
it-
you lose 10.
Okay. Yeah. No, I'm good.
19. Body mass index.
So, from here,
Pretty fine.
we're probably gonna want to start.
Wait, am
actually
I
putting
fat
stuff
too?
on your character.
I think I'm
So-
fat and
Okay. So
Like I'm a 35.
There's
body
one of-
weight.
You're like a 2.
Yeah.
You're a ball.
when do
bitch.
I figure out hair and ass?
Wait.
Whatever you
You
want.
hit on all the guys.
You can also. I think
Yeah.
they have some.
I gotta figure out.
information about your
It'll depend on my flaws. Yeah, I'm like. Ever thought about getting with a, lump of dough?
Just like, you want to go around the corner.
You want to put a bun in my oven?
Yeah, and you don't have to choose that now yet. Okay.
There's
we're
lots
mainly
of
just gonna be filling
insulation.
in here.
That-
So
that's your phrase. That's
your
your
strength?
warfare right there.
That's
Put
like-
a baby in me.
is
Put-
6.
Put over.
33.
So
Get me
damage modifier
pregnant.
is gonna be
Oh my
minus
God.
3.
Oh yeah.
Dude, and I'm
If-
chivalrous.
Wait, is there a flaw
Right here. So yeah,
called
we'll just start.
horny?
There
there's-
might.
Because if
might-
there
Oh,
isn't,
please.
if there is, we should include it.
I think there's promiscuous.
There's
I
like
think there's
chauvinistic
abstinence
too, which is where you're like,
Yeah.
So
I'll say if you roll abstinence, we can
Yeah.
flip
flip
it.
it.
yeah,
Because
Or-
that's
Dude.
so much more fun to play.
an absolute horn dog.
The
That's
war-
good.
the war cry.
Especially if I'm fat and ugly as shit.
Put a baby.
Put a baby in me! Who wants some loving?
Oh god. Yeah, 35. I mean, I could be a little
So
fatter.
all you want to put for the first carry is 8, because that's your no encumbrance, and then
hurt
your
my
drag
cheeks.
is 325.
Oh boy. Handedness.
So, and then you can write 633 right there. That might be a little bit of a hampering if you're gonna be fighting in
70
melee at all, because
Well,
you're gonna have a -3.
That's what I
damage.
was thinking, is
right.
taking some of my build points and throwing it into strength.
You could
I tell you
also,
right now, I'm rooting
yeah,
for your character
I don't know.
the most.
Oh,
but I mean, your strength is always.
I mean,
gonna
at
be
this
low because
point,
of your elven penalty.
Like all the
So,
real important, well,
but because
except
your-
for the
because your
flaws. We haven't
ability
even
score
done
is
flaws
less-
yet.
I want to see you play this character for so long. You like hit level like 30.
So because your character is less
I already
than
have a Barnum I
9,
like a lot, but now
because
I'm
it's
like,
less than
oh,
a
this should be fun
9/100,
too. We'll see what
every
happens.
one build point
I like
gives
totally
you
built
10
this on a whim.
fractional.
I should be doing homework right now.
So
Like the
every
no,
so if
you
you
come
spent
and
7
got
build
the
points,
Jurassic
you'd have a
Park
7.
T-Rex thing going,
If you spent 17, you'd have an 8. If you spent 27,
Yeah,
you'd
do you
have a
think
9.
I'm like round and
So you
firm,
could get all the
or
way
is
up
it
to
like
a 9
flabby?
But
you're like
you can also just
karate
we can also
fat.
just wait to see how you're like where you spend.
What do you
your
mean?
build
where
points.
you're stocky and big bone and muscular, and then you got that layer of fat. Right?
Oh,
Your
okay. Like a
intelligence?
sumo wrestler type of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is a 9?
Yeah, 9-1.
Ugly, short,
So you're gonna
female
have
gnome
a
sumo
minus
wrestler.
1 attack modifier.
Bulbous nose.
Okay.
Yeah, just like
What's your wisdom?
broken.
Big
Yeah.
old hairy wart.
Oh
16.
god, yeah.
You've got a 0 in initiative modifier, which is good. You want to be low. You've got 15 bonus build points.
How fucked are mages that wear medium armor? If you're proficient
Very fucked.
in light armor,
Very fucked unless you're an elf.
which I am.
So you
There's
can't.
a chart.
Yeah.
There's a chart that says it.
I remember
think you
this
can
took me
wear-
a while.
Does it say fucked? to not
Yes,
fucked?
it does. It does say you're pretty screwed. I think you can wear light armor. I think you can wear padded without effect.
Because here it just says that like
Wait,
everybody.
that's so funny. Half orcs are more likely to be left-handed.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Like it says, while this proficiency is second nature, elves have to, or mages have to learn it. So I thought it just meant that you had to buy the thing. But
Both.
so.
But it's like there's also the armor check penalties. that will never
Circumstance of wait, where do you put all the like mom, dad, extra stuff?
on an
Anywhere?
extra piece of paper, and then just
This is
include it in your
scrap.
notes.
Okay.
And then basically what I'll do is I'll come
Stomp.
through and I'll
Free.
collect them. And as you adventure,
Mm-hmm.
you might run into a brother that turns
Yeah.
into a villain, or
Wait, that's really funny. If I'm like a horny, ugly female gnome with groin stomps, like, you won't get with me.
you won't get with anyone.
Yeah.
It's this or nothing.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
Please, no more.
Oh God.
Roll for pregnancy.
I know you can get diseases in this game, so
Oh fuck.
watch out. That's how you kill your enemies. You just
You give them AIDS.
But
Damn.
it's like really fast working because of a high metabolism because I'm a gnome titan, so it just works.
Dude,
Immune system destroyed.
I didn't
Constitution
know you.
minus
Bergen
2.
the Brave. Throw back to the Dragonlance.
Throw back to the Dragonlance.
so I'm proficient with a bow and a staff. That's cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Or can your bow not double as a staff?
What was that?
Your bow should be able to double as that, shouldn't it?
Yeah, you can smack people with your bow, but it's not gonna do as much damage as if you
Right.
had your full-on quarterstaff.
I think it would be cool,
Celebrate the
RP
bow
wise.
fight with
Oh,
because
yeah.
they're hand-to-hand?
It's
They're vicious.
it's ruthless.
I'm chivalrous, superstitious, and foul mouthed.
What are you superstitious of?
I believe that the number 12 is very lucky.
Ooh, good.
That's exciting. Foul mouthed. I like that I'm chivalrous and foul mouthed. Like, I'll fucking save you. I don't know. That's nice.
I'll fucking save your ass. Fine as it is.
Fuck you, but I'm saving you.
You are a fine bitch. I don't know. Like,
Well, instead of rolling up and saying, "Ahoy, fair
So,
maiden,"
these 36
"So
build
sexy,
points
bitch."
have to be
What up,
spent
B?
on charisma skills. So that's the caveat with those. And then
Yo, back off, dragon. That's my bitch. Or will be.
So, by the way, your honor, your starting honor, you're 19, right? 4. So your starting honor is going to be a 15. And so how that's calculated is you add up all your ability scores and then divide by 7.
taxidermy.
So
You can spend build
Isn't
points
it amazing?
to be a taxidermist.
yep.
So funny.
You could just be like, it'll come up too.
Oh yeah. So I got an 89. Wait, what?
If it's a 90 or above, wait, are you an orphan?
Wait, I'm trying to
What
figure
are
that.
you?
I'm a oh my god, Gnome Titan.
So this right here will tell you if you're an orphan. So you have to roll that first, or if you're a bastard first. So I think it says
1 in 10.
yeah, 1 in 10. So you roll a d10. If it's a 1,
Okay.
okay. We've got that all tricked out. So then we go to the actual
Okay, not an illegitimate.
the actual assassin.
Circumstance of illegitimate birth.
So,
Do bows go off of dex?
it's all on the attack modifier is all the same.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I might not do bows then, because my strength is 6.
No, your strength doesn't affect it. Strength affects damage.
Oh.
The things that affect your attack are intelligence and dexterity
As a mage or just in general?
in general.
Okay.
Yeah, those are
so
like
So,
2 of my highest.
as assassin, your hit dice is a d6. So we're gonna roll a d6.
71. I had an ill-equipped parent.
So 4. So your previous hit dice roll is 4.
Ill-equipped. Hell yeah.
You
You're
get-
terrible.
6 plus 4 is 10. And then
I'm
as
just
an
gonna
elf,
write ill-equipped.
You're
It
treated as
under my
like
mom. Literally
so
builds
you get another
character.
5.
Hey.
You're gonna be sitting at 15 hit points.
Do you have daddy issues?
I don't know. I just rolled for my mom. I haven't rolled
Okay.
for my dad. This could be interesting.
So you have no attack bonus, no speed,
Oh, yeah.
but a -1 initiative.
17.
I was
So the
low.
-1 initiative. We go under. So these are your combat
Character
stats.
grew well
And where it
nurtured
says
and
initiative.
properly cared for.
At the far end under level, you're gonna put a -1.
You're the preacher's daughter.
So
Ooh.
you're just gonna go fast. As you're basically
Hey.
trained to react better
How
to
you
combat,
doing?
so you're gonna act faster. And as you level up, you're gonna get quicker and quicker, and your initiative dice are gonna get one better and better. So instead of a D12, if you're 20th level, you might be rolling a D8, and you'll be going like insanely fast. Especially if you have someone surprised, you might just be acting like before they even know they're in combat. They could do that sort of thing. Going through here. So assassins have alignment restrictions that they can never be good characters. Murdering people for profit is considered an evil vocation, even in the employ of a benevolent ruler. So,
That's not fair.
I am already a cruel snob. I feel it is fair.
You could be a very righteous assassin.
if you choose to be a
I still
neutral,
wouldn't I still wouldn't consider crusaders as righteous.
no.
Let's go fuck up the heathens. Like I don't know. That's not.
If you choose, so those are the alignments right there on the wall, all 9. If you choose to be neutral at all, you automatically get the flaw nagging conscious.
Yeah, fuck that shit.
So, basically, they recommend that you be lawful evil, neutral evil, or chaotic evil. And that's something you don't have to choose right now, but just to think about how your character wants to act.
Chaotic evil. You're cruel and you're an assassin.
So, you automatically have proficiency in shields and all armor for free. So that goes on the back of your character sheet, at the very top. So, all armor and shields.
Do elves sleep less in this edition?
You can purchase less sleep for cheap.
Right, but they don't naturally.
Not
have
naturally.
it. Okay.
There's some. It's easier to specialize in daggers and knives, and you'll buy weapons like a fighter. Here are all your your special abilities. So backstab. So if you're using a dagger or a knife and you attack someone from behind, you're gonna be able to do
Number
penetrate
of
better.
siblings.
So if you roll a d4, on a 3 or a 4, you'll get to roll another d4. So you'll be able to have exploding damage a lot easier if you're stabbing someone in the back. And that would be
one other sibling.
you either write it down under trait, talents, and racial abilities, or you can write it just on a scratch piece of paper.
Roll a d6.
Okay, so
Brother or sister? Sister.
it's pretty wordy. I might just say, just start like a class features.
Okay, see if they're alive. They're not alive.
Talk.
Dead sister.
How did she die?
She was the one you loved the
I
most.
don't know yet.
You feel the jealousy. She's beautiful.
Your mom forgot to feed her.
She wasn't even that pretty. She wasn't even that pretty. What's your looks?
4.
She was like, she could have been a 6.
Yeah.
She wasn't even that much better, and you were just, nope.
Consumed with envy.
Wait, how do I determine that? Is there a thing to
So
roll?
it says 4 things there, so just roll a d4.
Where do you find language?
I thought it was just providing examples.
What do you mean language?
Like, where is the like, where do you find languages and how much they cost to purchase?
Okay.
They don't list languages, but it'd be under the skill section.
Childhood disease.
Look under the skills and look specifically under language. It tells you how to roll your starting language and if you purchase other languages.
I guess she died from a disease.
Oh, so that's like half of this book is the skills.
What?
That's like half
Not
of this
just
book
into
is the
dudes.
skill.
Yes.
Spitting her oatmeal.
You're making me sound like just this disease-infested rat.
You're just
STDs, like I'm just like I sweat like terrible viruses.
You just sweat typhus.
I don't even know if that's a sweatable thing.
I don't know if it
think
is
so at all.
It sounds sweaty.
I just give people infections. Just like I shake someone's hand and they've got warts.
It's like when the Mayflower came over, rats crawled out, and then
Yeah.
you did.
Yeah.
Moral basement of the apocalypse.
Okay, well I guess I can't have a. Well, I could have a relationship with my dead sister.
Please don't.
Why
Not
not?
currently.
Yeah.
No, like roll 2d12 relationship.
I'd like to say I'm in a relationship with my dead sister.
Yeah,
Ooh.
I dig her up
If you
once in a
insist.
while.
Carry your teeth.
Oh.
No, you don't roll for your.
Okay, I figured.
Carry her teeth.
Extended family.
Yucky.
I don't really feel like doing extended family.
Your knife is made from her thigh bone.
Wow. That would be intense. If I end up rolling like
And you
no
talk to her
gold,
spirit.
maybe I'll do that.
When you talk to a spirit.
That would be cool. If I'm like,
And her spirit's, it's not a figment of your imagination, she's actually there, and she gives you relevant
we'll see what
information.
flaws I get, but I can definitely like include that based on the flaws I get.
Like, she actually tells you, like,
You, I mean, you can paraphrase as much as
what's
possible
going
if
on
you'd like
around you,
to.
or helps you, like, see
Oh.
through the truth and lies and stuff.
Yeah.
Or she just tells me
That'd be
random
awesome.
things. Yeah.
Like for Rearward Strike, you could be like -1
if she's actually
DR
useful, that would
/
be
2 levels
super awesome.
when attacking from behind.
It'd be kind of shamanistic.
So
I definitely-
only
Oh, it would be a
refers
good
to
name.
if
I feel like
was.
Edna.
No, so
would be a good name.
maybe
I'll call this
do
character
as
Edna,
a
actually,
thief,
no,
So
I haven't come up with a name.
fleeing
We'll see.
opponents.
Okay. Quirks and flaws. Here we go. D.
So if someone disengages
1000.
from melee with you, you get a free backstab. Essentially.
Okay. So.
It's just 3.
Wait, I thought it was a D1000.
Yeah, the
Oh,
first
wait.
one. Yeah,
Don't you need 4
that's
places?
for a D10,000. So, hundreds,
Oh,
or thousands.
sorry. Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know what I was thinking. I got it.
Yeah.
I'll roll it again. So 101.
Is common
I rolled it like
a
that.
language
Yep.
101.
that you have to learn?
No.
No.
So you have to like there's different local languages.
Okay.
So there's High Elven, Low Elven, Dwarven, and then there's the 5 human races.
Huh. And that's all of them?
And then there's well, I mean
Damn.
there's no there's
Oh my god. No way. I got
all of them.
I got braggart as a
What
What do I have to brag about?
Look at how
No,
well
that guy got fucked.
look at how well I
I
crushed
did.
that dude's crotch.
Yeah.
Damn.
Here's the disease section. Might want to read up.
I've got like a handbook I pull out after every interaction.
Okay. Yeah.
Might want to look at these.
What's up?
So there's also like kobold, goblin,
Oh man.
Think about D&D and all the language they have.
I don't know why, but the
languages.
more screwed up your character is, the more I'm loving it.
Well, it makes it fun for role playing, right?
Yeah.
Like
Here
this doesn't
are
mean my
the-
character's ineffective. It just means
Here are all
I'm
the hu-
getting
here are
some
all the
really
human languages.
weird like
So,
scenarios. You
there's-
know, like
What's
it's not. I'm not a bad fighter.
Ethiopian,
You know,
You
like
roll such a
Renarin.
high evasion
Which are the most,
in
like,
combat, it's not that
prestigious
they miss you, it's that
elf-like?
they run away.
well, the funny part is so Gnome Titans actually get a +4
So-
to defense, which is like pretty high. To just have as a baseline.
Because they're just running from you.
Yeah.
see,
They're just
where
like,
are-
"Whoa!"
there are
You
elves
just put a band
in
aid,
well,
you're
like
nope,
Calamar.
they're on their way.
Well, like
There are elves
I don't
on
even think you're
Flemish,
scared. That's
and
just
there's
fucked
elves
up. Like
up
bye.
In Dinobian.
Yeah.
So
There's also
flaws,
some elves over
Braggart.
here, though. So
God,
there's
how
elves
much
almost
They just
everywhere.
Drop their sword and go, nope.
Not doing it.
They're, fight me. No, you're not.
How many flaws do you typically roll? 2?
You do 2 to 3.
2 to 3.
But I mean, if
You can just keep going.
keep going. But remember, every time you roll one, so the first one, build points. Second one, -5.
Gotcha.
Third one, -2 or -10.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I'll probably just do 2.
Have you rolled flaws yet?
Yeah.
What'd you get?
Oh wait, I need to do them one by
I
one.
am chivalrous, lucky, and no, chivalrous, lucky
22.
number 12, foul-mouthed, and superstitious.
Ah, right.
You wouldn't believe what I just rolled.
What?
Abstinent.
Flip it.
Flip it. Okay.
Yes.
We're doing horny.
No shit.
I really rolled it. Look, 22, and under 22 to 30 is abstinent. I
Yeah.
guess.
So
That's like a
promiscuous.
5 in 1,000
Promiscuous.
chance.
Put a baby in me.
Put a baby in me.
Yes.
Hey there, big stuff.
Oh my god, I love it.
Hey, you into little girls? Little
Because
gnomes?
I'm not. I love
Easy
big
there,
things.
pedo bear.
I like big things. I saw you looking at me.
Awesome.
I'm so small. You seem big.
And then
Ooh.
so
I
skills.
spell promiscuous.
You have several core skills that you gain
I'm just
access
gonna write
to.
horny.
You can begin to play with
Why are you
one
so vicious?
initial mastery dice in acting and
She's-
disguise,
you'll think
plus
she's
any
nice
2
and
additional
then
skills
she's
up here.
She comes up, she's like,
So-
"Let me bite."
Okay, so I
Your
got.
starting skills. So first, let's see which ones you have naturally as an elf.
Okay.
So I got plus
So,
30.
We flip back to here. So, arcane lore. That one's one we just have to write in.
Okay.
Listening. I'm just gonna put a check mark. Observation. And sneaking.
Okay. So
So those are the ones you automatically have.
Eli, I got that.
From an assassin, you get acting and disguise. And then you get to pick 2 more from up here.
Okay.
You can also buy more. These are just free rolls. No, it's
So for abstinence, there's a severity. So 1 to 6 is character avoids alcohol. 7 to 9, character does not gamble. 10, character is not engaged in sexual activity. So I wrote like horny because I can't
Yep.
spell promiscuous.
Mhm.
What would the corresponding values be?
It would be 10 then.
No, so
Flirty.
yeah, like like constant flirty or like
Flirty to rapist.
yeah, and then like rapey would be a 10.
Yes, let's do that.
Okay.
So, yeah, 10, rapey.
Okay.
1 to 6,
Yeah.
you're gonna be, you're gonna be very flirtatious.
Brushing
You're-
up on.
yeah, slutty.
Have a slutty. There's a go. There's a
7
nice
to
middle ground.
7 to 9, whorish.
Yeah. Wait. So the best I can do is slutty.
Flirty.
Yeah, so
Yeah, because
flirty.
it's a flaw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's like
Flirty, slutty, hoary, rapist.
yeah. So
Okay.
we'll cut this in half.
If there's one where
Okay.
like it's
Yeah.
myopia
So-
and you can't see, I think the
so-
first one should be slutty.
Yeah.
It should be
So-
severe.
So 1 to 3 is flirty. 3
Yeah.
to 6 is slutty. 6 to 9 is hoary, and 10 is rapey.
Please get a 10.
And
Please
see
get
what
a 10.
happens. 2. So I'm flirty.
Okay, so you're. It's a
Hey,
10.
boy.
Yeah, it's a 10 build point flaw. So
Okay.
that's okay.
I'm like kind of relieved. 'Cause I
Yeah.
didn't like This is like way more than I bargained for. We were like joking around, and then I rolled up like motherfucker. I really have to do. I'm gonna have to act this out. Fuck.
Take every goblin out back.
Did you take care of the guards? You could say that. You just see the guards in the background. I don't know what just happened.
The troll come and take him out. Jump on him and just start ripping clothes off.
Yeah.
She's attacking our armor. Wait, what is she doing?
Don't fight it.
No, no tears, just dreams.
Knife to the throat. Don't you dare go limp on me.
Woo! See, that's how you make someone go limp. Like that's
So,
or scare roused. I don't know.
Lockpicking,
get
roused,
and then
But I'm only 30.
titan.
That would be. I would put that on
So-
Corey.
Every
very
time you
flirty.
advance, you're going to be able to purchase things. And you're going to get free advancements in these.
Okay.
That's all means.
Marijuana.
Let's see what the braggart.
If you purchase any of these ability scores,
That's
you're
the
going to
thing
get
I brag too.
a plus
So I'm
3,
like,
or whatever
see
the
real
relevant
good.
ability score is. So, like for
Hey,
example,
my
if
hips.
um,
Wouldn't believe.
like for disarm trap or escape artist,
You need to
I guess-
get ranks in the
or if
art
one's
of
based on
seduction.
strength. Let's see if any of these are based on strength.
my other
Or an ability
character's
score you're weak
really
in.
good at
Oh, there you
seduction.
go.
Or trap design.
You
I'd be
Trap
so
design is
bad at it
intelligence.
though.
think you're hot.
And with a 9, you'd have a
Oh
-1.
yeah, I think I'm
But because
really
you're a
good looking,
thief
but I'm
or
not
an assassin,
at all.
you actually get a plus
Hey,
3.
eyes are up here.
Yeah.
So let's actually roll these.
here.
Yeah.
So
They're looking down because I'm so short. I'm 37 inches tall.
You're looking down my shirt.
Yeah.
It's okay.
So
I like what you see.
you have your relevant ability, and this is
Oh,
what
yes.
month like you get a bonus because of it. So
Okay.
the first one is acting. So which is higher, your looks or your charisma?
Torture. You should.
Charisma.
So it's a
braggart,
19.
most
So
part,
you're gonna have a plus 4.
for every
so
10
you're gonna
points of
roll a
honor this
D12
character earns, deduct 1
and
as
add
people don't
4.
completely believe all the stories.
So
Yeah.
So
you
7.
get ranks
7
in writing and
plus
not specify
19.
men.
That's 26.
So you have a 26%
writing.
mastery.
ranks in writing
Men.
dudes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then disguise. So
Oh,
probably
God.
charisma
Man.
again.
That's
Four.
enough of that.
That is.
Five.
The
Plus
worst part
19.
is
Plus
that
4.
gnomes automatically come with an inappropriate sense
Oh
of
yeah,
humor.
4 plus 4 is 8 plus 19 is 27.
Yep.
So that's another flaw.
Follow me on Snapchat.
Intelligence or dex, which is higher?
Dex 15.
So
Oh,
your 15 is going to be a plus 2.
So 8
Yep.
plus what did I say?
Your dexterity.
15. So that's
you go.
going to be 23.
Don't you think I should pull that dress off better?
Do you only ever gain building points at the character creation? You never.
Every
ever.
time you level up, you'll gain 15.
Yo. Okay.
So yeah.
So this is 9.
So it's not like
And
this burst,
listening
like
is
right
wisdom.
Now, but like,
So your wisdom's a 16.
So,
Okay. So I've done this.
That was 9 plus 3 is 12 plus 15.
Man, you really can't do everything.
16 is 20.
what do you mean?
Yep. So your
Like-
listening skills
like
are
I'm
20.
trying to- I
There's
wanna
too
be
many.
effective, yeah.
There's too much stuff, which I kind of like in a way, 'cause it makes it so
Yeah.
like 4. I don't know.
Wait,
It just
I
it
forgot
more
to- no, that was
realistically
still, still
shows
plus 3, so 7.
like what the world is. I mean, like no matter how
23.
good you are, even if you like are diverse, there's still gonna be a lot of things you're
And
just
then
shit
sneaking.
Dexterity again, back to
Well, it was
15.
decent. This
So,
is like just walked into
plus
Yeah.
2,
at. Yeah.
11.
So
town.
after
26.
flaws in family, Eli, do you do skills and talents and stuff like that?
Yep.
Okay.
Well, I mean, or you can start. That's probably when you can start putting down information about your character on your character sheet.
That's what I'm doing. Yeah.
Okay, so arcane lore and lock picking.
So arcane lore. We need to check what it is. So arcane lore.
Intelligence.
Okay. So you have a 9 in that. So it's going to be a -1 to whatever you roll.
Proficiencies.
All right. So you're just going to have a 9 in there. Arcane lore is actually how you like identify magic items and whatnot. So you aren't completely oblivious.
Intelligence and dexterity.
So probably dexterity.
So 5, and it becomes an even 20.
Yep.
So what is spell fatigue?
Oh, that's
You should read about it.
yeah. It's a little.
How,
So basically,
how much does it come up?
it comes up
every time you cast a spell.
So basically, what happens, Sam? I don't know the details, but every time you cast a spell, you're tired because you were concentrating. So,
so nervous
in this
right
in this like game, it goes by seconds. So like spell doesn't take too long in the grand scheme of things. You usually cast it within like 1 or 2 seconds. In some cases, 10. But like weapons will take 5 to 6 seconds. But after you cast your spell, I think it depends on the level of the spell and some stuff. But like you'll basically be like tired, exhausted, distracted for like
As a
5.
caster, not as like having a spell cast on you.
Yes, as a caster. So you'll be like,
Oh,
and then you're like, whoa, like that was an amazing, like crazy spell I just cast. Like, whoa, like my fingers are tingling, whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
My
your
fingers are tingling. Gotta take a nap.
But that's basically it.
But it's like 7 seconds.
You're
or
you're
something.
out for 7 seconds. 7 seconds where people are rolling to attack you with d20s, and you're rolling a d8 in
Oh, was it
defense.
D8?
A d8 in defense. You're
So-
basically considered surprised.
That's why range
But-
is really nice if you're casting spells. Like touch
Yeah.
attacks can be a little risky.
'Cause, like,
but if you're
run-
range, you're away, so they have to like disengage and like walk over to you and re-engage.
That's why I'm proficient with a longbow too.
Nice.
Like,
I have a crossbow that takes 20 seconds.
Sawyer is
fuck,
Cider
really.
attacking your cord.
No,
Or is she attacking
she's
your-
just smelling my stuff.
She
So-
I can
goes
get it.
crazy over his scent.
How much?
Get out! Get off! I'm yanking
Does,
your tail.
how much
Go
does
away.
20 like spell points matter? Is supernatural
You
affinity?
should
worth
ask
it?
him
What?
because he plays a mage and he has supernatural affinity.
Is supernatural affinity worth it?
The 20 extra spell points.
Oh.
In the beginning, I feel like.
So
it is
okay,
more than-
so I mean, it depends on how you want to play it. So spell points are how much each spell costs. So like it's like mana, right?
Yeah.
Instead of like
So
one
it's not
spell,
spells
two spell,
per
three.
day.
Yeah, you have mana. So basically, that's a boost of mana.
Is it a significant boost of mana? The scales per.
No, it's not.
20. It's the difference between at the end of the day, if you can boost a spell to do extra damage, or if you just have to
So
cast
that's
it
the
normally.
thing about these spells is you can like, there's a base cost.
Augment them.
Yeah, so there's like a base cost. So like a first level spell, it's like, okay, so a 0 level spell is just the base cost. So it's like 40 spell points. That's it.
Anyway, so
And then you can
with all your
augment it
skills,
if you'd like.
first
First level spell is base
we've built
cost
most of
plus
the character
10 spell
now.
points. Second level spell,
languages.
base cost plus 20,
So,
so on.
High Elven.
If you want to like,
and
it'll say
Low
under
Elven
your
is
spells.
what
So
you
like here, I have a tab on this one. So like I cast this spell Scorch. So increased damage, 10 spell points per damage. So I can be like, I can add 60 spell points and guarantee I'm doing.
You don't really talk to
6,
those middle class
12
people.
plus 1d3 damage, and then there's this other
So-
stuff in it. So like I can guarantee this thing's gonna wreck your shit if I want to.
Language.
But it's gonna cost me a lot, and if they dodge, they
Ow.
get half damage.
So
But like,
all
you're-
characters
it's like it
receive
gets rid of the
skill
dice.
mastery
You wanna
equal to
nuke someone.
37.
Yeah, which
Plus
I've
your
done.
intelligence
And if you're
score
gonna get like
times
8
2,
of
so
them at the
18
same time with a ranged
plus a
spell,
d20.
you may as well make it count, right?
So
Yeah.
18 plus 37 is
So where's
50,
the wizard?
55.
Cool.
So
Right here.
so then you
Yeah,
add
look,
a
there's some
d20.
funny spells. Like
Oh,
this
total
one's
spell
pepper
points,
pepper
so-
spray. It's a spell.
So,
Okay, so, like,
you're gonna have a 63%
when
mastery
the
in high
pool
elven.
is 2,980, and it's like it's
then
20.
what
I'm not
about
sure it's
for
worth the
low
build
elven?
points. You know what I mean? Because it costs like 20 build
It's nice
points.
right
60.
now. I got it because it was like I had some and I was like, this would be nice.
You're not literate.
So,
Do
unless you
you
purchase
do you
it.
find yourself wishing that you could sneak a lot?
You're a
no.
No.
I'm not a
guess we should start.
sneaky like my character. So my character's
start with the
gorgeous
elf down here on
and
the side.
kind of
We'll
a
just start
racist,
writing down all your.
And he
Is she-
thinks
So
He's
we just start
gorgeous.
applying, like,
gorgeous.
just kind of writing. So we've already.
I'm
accomplished
I'm
all
thinking about
these.
this.
Beautiful man.
That's where you've all
Actually
these
though,
skills.
19 looks, 19
We need to start
charisma.
just writing down these
Like
racial
really,
abilities.
really,
into
and like
here.
I've got a lot of things in
And then
seduction.
You're like a Jonas brother.
Yeah.
That can-
But yeah, then he's racist and he's like kind of like I'm the best, I do everything better than everyone else. So I'm not really hide in the shadows. I love clothing, like fancy clothes and nobles and stuff
I got
like that.
the like style awareness.
yeah,
thing.
yeah, I got that too.
Yeah.
So like
I'm not
So
really a
I
hide
just
in the shadows. I'm very
Plus
much
2
a
is
like.
a talent. Oh wait, no.
What was
so
your
the
intelligence?
benefits?
You don't have to write this one down if
14
you
was
don't
my
think you're ever gonna
highest.
get.
I rolled really
Artistry
high
or
on looks and
musician.
charisma, which do nothing
So,
for
right,
like
plus
the power of
2,
your character.
to,
No, because I was having fun. and like I'm not. I don't know. I think
Oh,
characters.
you didn't plan on
So
playing
you're
that one at first.
beautiful
That
but
too.
inept.
I'm functional,
Better
but
than
I'm
you,
not
yeah.
like powerful mage. I'm like decent.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to find a correlation.
Huh.
But I'm very very good socially.
He's a very smooth talking mage.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those are so cool though.
He's like
It's
almost-
fun because I can like do some like
If you
get out
had
of a
more,
situation.
if you had more charisma skills, you'd almost be like a calm man.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what
Okay,
I'm
so I
trying
get
to
an
because I have
initiative
ranks in
bonus. Yep.
persuasion and diplomacy.
That's
So-
all. Those
You
are
write
the
that
things
in?
I have. So like
No,
you can
so
be
we'll
really
write
great
that
at
in right
casting
here.
spells, but
We'll
as soon
write,
as you're trying to persuade someone,
one
like,
initiative
it's really
dice
nice
better.
because like I
That's
have
what the
like a ton of
initiative
seduction,
bonus
a
means.
ton of persuasion.
It's seduction.
Yeah. Well, I was like I have looks 19.
Like yo, 15.
don't have to
I'm gonna be
write
funny.
bilingual.
That's how I'm gonna get chicks.
Yeah. And I didn't do hiding in natural surroundings either because
You
I had.
could do some street
Yeah.
magic.
But
with
You can
less-
actually
I would not
Wait.
say Chris Angel.
Less
So if I already
high
had
charisma.
hiding,
I'd say he's
So
a good
this
looking
gives
guy,
you a
but
bonus.
he's fucking
So-
weird.
Like, you know,
Chris
in
Angel's
natural
weird.
surroundings,
your persuasion
you get a
is
plus
higher, you
50
street
bonus.
magic and get
So you don't
by.
have a 25 or 23.
I would say if we're gonna
You've
use
got a
magicians, I
70
would say
for-
I'm a David Copperfield.
Hey.
I'm much more flamboyant. I'm big.
So it's
I'm
plus
flashy.
50
I'm
number.
showy.
But
I look-
most importantly, I'm big.
Yeah. Hey.
Hey.
But like, yeah, he's more showy. He's got the magic, yes. But like, yeah, I think I would also argue David Copperfield a lot. Better looking than Chris Angel.
Chris Angel's fucking weird.
So would you trade sneaking
other
for diplomacy
So-
and seduction?
Yeah, instantly. For my character.
You probably want to
But,
write
like,
size
I don't know,
small,
like,
so
if
in
you're trying
quirks
to
and
play, like, an
flaws,
assassin
write size
guy, or are
small
you
for
trying to
knockback.
play,
Because
like,
I have like 15 decks.
yeah, like I said,
My next highest score from those 19s was a 13.
Okay, because I have like a 6th
So I
strength
put-
and
so I put it-
16 int.
Yeah.
So I wanna be like
Yeah,
magic as
enhance
fuck.
your dexterity. Like, I was just like, look, I'm putting like my strength is my looks and my charisma, so I'm gonna like stick everything in that.
And then, so talents,
Okay.
we're going to be able to buy.
It's up to
And you
you.
can buy quite a few of them for cheaper.
Just like a rogue, like right, like you've got so many options. You can basically, as any character, specialize in anything because no one can
Less
be a
sleep
generalist.
What is that?
means you only
shape into a bird and
fell, fell unconscious.
Was that
falling
Tyler?
off a cliff. Yeah, he was flying over a cliff, and he got attacked and fell unconscious. And then in the Underdark.
Oh,
So less sleep will mean you only
just
have to
like
sleep
my
for
crow,
3 hours a night.
except not in the Underdark.
That was
Um,
like the second
charm-
session.
Charm
ever.
resistance, you're
Like,
going to
2
get like a
years
plus
ago.
12
but I
versus
traded
charm.
it for
But you have
teleporting
to buy these.
shenanigans.
Oh my god, that's right. That was.
And Grease Lightning, Crack Shot are going to be for...
Oh, what was I even doing? I don't remember what I was doing at all. Like, what comes after? Oh, I'm gonna do what you're doing right now. Do I want to speak any? Yeah, I'll speak like really
I speak like
bad.
5 different languages.
Yeah, it costs a lot to write them though. When you buy it, you're just buying the ability to speak
Yeah.
it. You have to do even more to write, which as a mage is actually really important to be able to do multiple languages. So you want to do like less languages and be able to write and read because you can't even read them. You can just speak.
Is polyglot important?
It'll help.
Yeah,
But not with writing.
No.
and reading.
Yeah.
And reading and writing is super important as a mage because if
I
you're
think
gonna
you
get
start
spells
with literacy, though.
in Elven.
Yeah, in just your native language.
Yeah.
Which is High and Low Elven.
But like if you're gonna do like something like Kalamar,
Which is, like, I imagine High and Low Elven is what a lot of magic shit is going to be written in.
If you're in Elven lands.
But
like the
I'm-
scroll I've got, like I had to decipher was in Kalamar.
That's what I'm going to also be literate in.
Yeah. But yeah, keep that in mind. Like it'll suck to get a magic scroll and you can't even
why
write
you
it.
the teeth every time you get pet?
Yeah, she's vicious.
So
She was a lot better when none of us were here. I mean, like I said,
Should
none
I
of us
even
were here
bother
for 3
with
days.
Dwarven and
then she was
Gnomish?
just lovey for an entire day.
I
Didn't
guess
attack a
it
single
costs
It's
person.
up to
like 1
you.
point to learn a
Then-
new language, right? In character creation.
She just reset.
I don't remember.
Alright. So,
I remember it being more.
we're now moving on to. We have
Would
to
you
move
rather
on
have
to
mitigate spell fatigue or supernatural
your
affinity?
proficiencies and
Supernatural affinity.
your
Plus
your
20
talents.
spell points.
So
Oh.
proficiencies. You get to pick weapons now.
I'd
So you
play
buy
the
these
character
because you
for
buy
a
them as a
little bit
fighter.
and
You
maybe
buy them
get
at
it
half
second
cost.
level.
So if you want to be
Just see
proficient
what
in a
it's
longbow,
like.
it only
level
costs
1,
3
you have
build
so
points.
little control. You're weak as
So,
fuck at level 1.
You
It's
buy them at
like
half
mages
cost.
are particularly bad.
Yeah, like if you get a
And remember,
critical
how many
hit,
build
you're
points do you
done.
have?
Like, period. So you may as well just play the
So
character
I've
for a little
got
bit and then choose, or
81.
just see which one you like more.
And then for that
Basically,
one
magical
category, I
thing
have
is really
an extra
useful because you
36.
can
Yeah,
augment
so
your spells
81
right
can be
now
spent on
a little
anything
bit
you're
and have
doing
some
now.
options.
36
As
can
you
only
said,
be
it doesn't make
spent
that big a
on
difference later.
your
But,
charisma-based skills.
The spell fatigue will make you like
So,
less
which
out
can
of it after
include
you cast.
literacy and
And-
linguistics and whatnot.
and
so
like
if you want
having
to
a
buy other
ranged weapon is
languages.
super important because you're not going to be able to get off a ton of spells in
So,
a day. Anyway.
look at the weapons.
Yeah.
There's like all the low skill weapons, the medium skill and high skill weapons. And you're already proficient with armor.
Okay. Skills.
This is just straight RuneScape.
Yeah, I was about to say this is. Okay, so this is proficiencies. So I need to figure out
So
what fighters
I
do.
want to use
Definitely
daggers, so I
chop
need
yew
low
trees
skill
to this
weapons.
music.
What?
I definitely chop yew
So
trees
you have to
to
pick
this
each
music.
weapon. So buying a dagger is
Dude.
1 point.
My woodcutting
Buying,
skill is high as fuck.
Like if you want crossbows
So, it's a good way to get
and
money.
daggers, that's 2 points. So you can keep track of them on here too if you need your scratch piece of paper.
So language, is it like literacy? That is.
Okay,
And
so weapon
throwing knives
specialization.
in melee and knives in ranged are different categories too.
So 5 for weapon.
I want to see a character.
What's the skill for reading shit?
Yeah, there's a few of those, and you can actually get proficiency in throwing rocks, and you can like specialize in throwing rocks and do a
Because
bunch
it's
of
not
damage with them.
language.
It's crazy. It even talks about like it makes a baseball reference that like I really don't want like it says a pitcher, I don't even know the name, but it's like really don't want him throwing fastballs at my head.
Okay.
Not even throw 'em, hitting people.
Oh, just
Yeah.
this is my rock.
A barbarian with a boulder.
Okay, so I have weapon specialization. I didn't have to do this at all for me. He gains +1 to attack,
And
defense,
then I
damage,
don't
or
have to do
speed
armor
when
because I'm
fighting.
already proficient.
Yep. So then, keep flipping through. Here's a bunch of just miscellaneous talents. Like,
Should I be like really good with one weapon?
you can kind of look.
What
through.
weapon?
I don't know yet.
Knuckles.
Just my reach is already really bad. I want to wield something. Definitely want to wield
Like a
something.
pole arm.
I was thinking a pole arm. Dude, I like shafts. I like long,
And you're like a
hard
clown
wooden
with a
shafts.
cudgel.
Just like a giant
And geez
great
Louise.
club. Are you gonna use a shield or?
I don't know.
Just
I
to
think
do-
I think I am because my
Morning Star.
Morning Star.
Also, combat casting isn't
Or
necessary,
yeah, Morning
right?
Star, but it's like 2 balls.
Yes.
Oh god.
The hilt is definitely shaped like a penis.
Yeah, yeah. To get balls is important.
Or like a flail with just like
Yeah,
a.
not a flail, like Morning Star, so it's got 2 ball sticks with spikes.
Yeah.
Instead of
Yeah.
pubes.
Yeah. Oh god.
But the spikes are stylized.
If I play this character, you know,
It's just like
level
little
5,
Kirby.
yeah, level 5, you know, gonna hopefully run into some weapon like that. I just like coerce some blacksmith, slash threaten, coerce.
Coerce. You
Yeah.
had sex with him.
Yeah,
He was a dwarf.
yeah.
A blind one.
Yeah. A blind dwarf blacksmith who I nailed to get a dick Morning Star.
Yeah. And not the one on your face.
Oh god. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna use a shield.
You gonna do it?
What do I get for shield?
Oh, we got a couple.
Oh, there's 5 of us right now. That makes sense.
Oh, we were at 3, we just went up to 5.
Ah.
There's me. Then there's Sawyer and there's.
Yeah, it's us 4 and then.
No, there wasn't. It was only counting 3 until just now.
Fancy that.
Oh yeah.
Thanks for tuning in, guys. I hope you enjoy us just bullshitting making characters.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be the most boring session.
Or very interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, my character's turning out pretty interesting. Slash fat,
San
ally.
Andreas purple dildo.
Yeah. Just wield a dildo. Watch out for the.
Fuck you!
Hey, that would be that's like my war cry now. Is fuck you.
Hey, fuck
Both
you!
angry
What are you, Italian?
and like.
Hey,
also,
fuck you!
Hey, what the baby.
Hey, fuck you.
Maybe that's just what like gnome titans sound like. Like they're just kind of.
They're
an
just
Italian
all
accent.
Italian.
Yeah, I think it would be funny if they were like British a little bit, like, hey, fuck you, ain't it silly? Like, oh, good, I got some trousers. Look.
Bloody hell!
Yeah, that's what happens when you have like low language. Like,
You become British if you're bad at languages.
Right.
And then talents
You'll
as
be
well. You
struck.
should look at.
yeah. Oh, they say shag.
Yeah.
Like, oh, care for a wee bit of shagging? There's still a little shagging in the wagon.
Would you like to increase any of your stats as well?
Not sure yet.
A makes it softer, innit?
You're going to be able to purchase some of these for cheaper.
Okay.
And there's also weapon
So I
specialization.
can speak and
So weapon
write
specialization.
Elven, Calamar,
To get a
Brandobian,
bonus in
and
attack,
Spamach.
defense,
Oh, hell, I
and
get that
damage
for
with a
free. What's that
specific
sign?
weapon.
I can speak
As
and write
a-
Elven, Calamar, Brandobian,
So as
Spamach,
a-
and
As an
Dwarven.
assassin. Let's see what you have.
But I forsook supernatural affinity.
How high are they?
Assassin.
I gotta
right
roll
here.
still.
So this is the interesting
So-
part. So
You
My
can specialize
elven
in
is
weapon for
85.
6 build points.
yeah. So
Dagger
like, if you
knives
roll
for
it,
5.
The amount
So
of
what this
times
means
you can
is
buy
like
it multiple
Grease
times,
Lightning
you get to
is a
roll
talent
multiple times.
that gives you minus
If you
1
only roll
speed.
once, it's not
But
gonna
you
be
can
very
also
good.
purchase
You'll, like, be
specialization
barely,
for 5.
barely literate, barely fluid.
The first time you
unless you're
purchase
at
them
least,
through,
like 30.
they cost 5.
Really?
Yeah.
or 6
and the
if they're
first
not a
time you roll
dagger.
a d12.
The second time they're going to cost 12 or
So-
10 if they're a dagger.
I mean,
And then you can eventually get more and more
sometimes nice to roll
specialized.
one. But like,
But
it's also
in order
good
to
have
get
lots of languages too.
The second attack bonus, you have to buy all of these.
Okay.
So it quickly
Other
adds up.
proficiencies.
Um,
Let's see. What do I want?
Do you have any questions?
So I'm
I
gonna
know it's
get.
a lot of information.
Like,
Yeah, it's so much.
It's a lot.
I'm actually surprised I
I think
remembered
this
as
is
much
the
as I
most
did.
overwhelming system to start out on. Like
Yes, I love
3.5 is
It's so easy.
pretty well compared to 5e. Like 5e is just bread and butter. Let's fucking do it. But 3.5 is a little bit more tricky with all the like flat-footed and the weird stuff. And this is just like by far the hardest.
Yeah, this is a lot of information. It's a very complex system.
Yeah.
So if you're overwhelmed a little bit, it's understandable.
I'm normally a quick study in most.
Yeah.
So
So yeah, and there's tons of these too, and you got a bunch of build points. So
I think I might DM a
Feel free to
campaign
take your
where
time.
We, like,
Don't feel
we
pressured to do
venture into the
anything.
abyssal plains.
I know I wanted
I can
to.
only commit to. I can't
And
commit to another.
you'll get
campaign
to
right
less
now,
sleep
but if
in
you
here,
did it
too.
during winter break, I could definitely swing it.
Oh,
If
yeah.
it was short.
Yeah.
But like, and I don't know what my classes will look
you
like.
could start as NPCs sometimes.
Yeah,
You could
yeah. If I
start
was
as-
welcome.
available.
Okay, so for this crack shot, when I have to specify weapon,
Yeah.
I would want to obviously set it for my bows, and I
don't
want to set
understand
it
the
for
weapon
my throwing
proficiency
knives.
Yep.
What do you
So since I
I'm
wanted
trying to
multiple
figure out,
weapons,
like-
I have to buy it twice.
Oh,
Yes.
weapon
Okay.
specialization. Oh, I
You
want to
can also,
specialize
so
in
if you
weapon
also
too.
wanted this
Where is
minus
that?
1 speed,
Page 143.
you could also buy the rate of fire specialization, which is going to cost you 5 for the dagger and 6 for the longbow. So, because you can buy crack shot for half speed for the bow, the first time you can only buy it once too. So it's going to be 5
So you
points
can
to buy it
expend
the
a
first
certain
time for the
number of
longbow.
building points and gain.
And then you can
a
also buy a
choice
rate of
a
fire
+1 to attack,
for 6.
defense damage, or
So
speed.
for
when
11
deploying
points, you
that
could have a
weapon.
minus 2
Okay.
speed.
So,
But you have to be
Or
proficient
crack shot,
in that
that's plus
weapon
1 to
first.
hit.
So like, yeah.
So I'm definitely gonna get crack shot.
Okay.
Okay.
So fighters and
How's it
thieves
going?
have minimal skill.
What's up?
What's up?
Do I
What's the
mark
game?
that down?
Yeah, so we'd want
game was
to mark it down somewhere over here, and then take some off your bill.
I tried that. I wasn't
So
a
The
I'm
huge.
gonna
specific
put a
point to
star
mark it
You
here.
don't like
next
the
to the one
Tartastic?
that
It's
I
just a
actually get,
little
so that
too
is
much
plus-
lemon.
Oh,
For me.
It's
I-
lemon at
So
all.
I like. I mean, it was good,
So
but
you
I'm
mean
probably
right,
not
right
ever
here
gonna be-
under talents?
You know what I'm
I
saying?
just
Crack
don't like
shot.
that much beer.
Longbow.
I like a lot.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you at all.
I also don't believe
That's
you.
fair.
What sort of milkshake? do you
Unless you're just like liquor way more.
I don't.
'Cause-
Surprising the milkshake.
You guys missed all the cookies and gummy bears.
get? Yeah.
I've been
Okay.
studying for
You
5
guys
hours.
missed all the baseball
What
and beer.
for? Damn.
Beer, I
Oh
could,
my
I,
God.
I
3 tests.
definitely feel a little bit of
What's the
a
shittiest one?
loss for, but baseball not.
Who won?
The Astros kicked ass.
Okay.
I was saying math, but it's like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
What major are you?
Don't care.
Okay.
Right now. That's cool, dude.
What are you
So-
guys been up to?
Oh, so I do.
Feels
Crack shot
Yeah.
longbow. So that's gonna cost
Crack
5
master?
points.
Yeah.
So you'll
Yeah,
subtract
for
5.
Halfmaster.
Missing digit.
Yeah.
No, we're
So
actually live on YouTube and Twitch right now.
Yo.
What?
We're live on YouTube and Twitch.
What's Twitch?
Twitch is a
Twitch is where
website. It's a
people
streaming.
Watch
Yeah.
people play games, and they can decide if they like you, that they'll support you financially. And
If I could lose a finger, okay, but it's like because I'm so profane. What if I flip people off that I
Been like
didn't have
playing
my
D&D
middle
and people
finger?
watch it.
if you got the right
So it's just like,
personality, people
fuck
really
you,
like
and everybody's like, what?
People
Wait,
get
I'm just
famous
holding up
off
a
of that
fist.
Lamborghini after a couple years.
So, yeah.
there's a guy.
Might be
So there's this old
like-
timer that costs.
I'll get you a milkshake.
And someone recently
you can
built a cult insert of
eat it next to my
inserts of
Lamborghini.
characters
but not inside. Not-
We don't want to.
yeah, we're not getting this Lamborghini messy.
Oh, you
So
could
we're
be
going
sterile. That
to
would be
Twitch.
shitty.
Oh, wait, groin stomp. Here it is.
Can you sterilize someone?
Wait, hold on. Let me read it. The taken from this event. Only opponents who are already prone have been kicked to the ground or are sleeping.
Dude, what an awakening.
What an awakening. Can jump onto or kick his opponent.
Oh, and did you take off the
Stun
3,
need
4,
not
5,
actually
6?
be in the groin. Successful attack
For your,
hits with sufficient force to
for
stun
not
the
yet,
opponent
yeah.
for 2d8 penetrating seconds and cause 1 to 4 points of damage per stomp. Penetration damage does not apply.
I'm sorry.
What if you killed someone with groins?
While opponent is on the ground, no one can continue to perform this maneuver, causing additional damage every 10 seconds until opponent is unconscious.
Oh my god, you have to have whatever that is.
You can.
No, it's
launch
free.
them.
I've already got it. I've
You
already
can
got
just
it.
groin stomp until someone.
As
Dude, that would be
Death by
miserable.
That's my well, imagine this like really fat,
Take it easy.
like fat female, disgusting looking girl, repeatedly just jumping on this unconscious man until he dies.
Jumping.
Yeah, it's more like humping.
Hold on. Do you have to groin stomp with your feet?
What about with that ass?
My character, I rolled. So we talked about this because we thought it would be funny if my character was horny. And we're like, oh, well, there's abstinence, but there's not horny. So if you roll abstinence, we'll just reverse
Okay.
it. And then I rolled abstinence.
So this is where it gets tricky.
Which
Which
is
is
like
like
a
on a
5 in 1,000.
Yeah, it was. There was an 8% chance. No, 8 out of 1,000 chance. So
Yeah.
there's
That's
a
a
0.8% chance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's almost 1%.
Almost 1% chance that it would happen.
And it did.
It
It did. So.
Dude,
it's
it's
got
because
a-
it was meant to be.
yeah. You were fated.
You were meant to be.
And I'm an ugly, ugly, ugly.
Are you
Ugly
guys
bitch.
making a new Hackmaster campaign?
Thinking about it,
Just
yeah.
for fun.
I'd try.
I'll-
Cool.
We can build characters. Yeah. Yeah, we're just like throwing together characters and then we'll probably bring another campaign. Yeah. Like throw together a bunch of people.
Okay, I should just figure out weapon. I'm really distracted.
Death by sneer. You should go unarmed.
Nah, I
He's
like.
never
Dude,
unarmed.
just wear cleats.
Chastity belt.
Martial talents.
And then
Attack
your
bonus.
weapon efficiency, you write it.
Yeah,
you
I'm just
write
gonna
it here.
pick my weapon first. How do I roll gold?
In the beginning of the equipment section, I think it's 37 silver pieces plus 2d12. And if you want to buy, there's also a there's also another talent that
Money
allows you
and
to get more
treasure.
money,
Here we go.
inheritance. And if your character is going to want a longbow, you're going to have to take it because a longbow costs 75 silver pieces.
Ooh.
Damn. I'm gonna need that.
Marines, money changes, loans, treasure. Wait, what?
You just take a loan to start off with your character.
It's good for your parents. They love you.
Yeah, my parents are
Only my
living
dad.
and love me.
Only my dad.
Is there a do you roll? Is there a
Yeah.
chart to see how rich your family is?
No. You just roll
Experience and
inheritance, and you can
training.
purchase it multiple times. 5 BPs for 20 plus 1d12 silver pieces.
How much do you start out with?
37 plus 2d12. Are you heading out?
Yeah, probably.
Take it easy.
Cool, dude.
I'll see you soon.
Yeah, sounds good.
Looks like you got a little eczema going on right there, buddy.
yeah.
Tons of
Just
eczema.
eczema.
You
Allergic
don't want to
to
go the
women.
other way.
That's fair.
Ow. Do I have to move?
Yeah. No, you're just gonna be stepped on. Don't
Yeah,
worry.
dude, we'll practice all your skill.
Grind stomp.
I'd rather not.
Let's see a demonstration.
Well, he's gotta be the honor. Cool, dude. Come over like tomorrow to look at.
Oh, to put a baby in you?
Yeah, wow, that segue.
Well.
I wasn't with you there, Chief.
I think I am gonna use the pole arm.
No, I'm definitely using a pole arm.
But yeah, we'll get you finally ordered. And
Alright.
we'll help you.
Sounds good. I'll come over sometime.
build
Probably
it.
tomorrow. I'm pretty free tomorrow.
Okay, dude.
See ya.
Wait, so
Alright, you see
Slander.
everything about PC?
Yeah.
Then check this.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Here's mine. This is my work of art.
So how do you determine gold?
It's the very beginning of equipment. You roll 30. You get 37 plus 2d12.
Oh, 2d12. Does it depend on class?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
I get already, dude. I have an SSD like Velcro to the side of my tower.
Very nice.
A grub steak of 35 plus 2d12.
Okay.
And then you can purchase. So with 5 build points, you can get a certain amount of inheritance.
I kind of want to do that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Unless I roll 12, which would be sweet.
3 and a 10.
So right now you'd be at 40,
That's a
48.
48.
I'm gonna go 2 1080.
How much do these?
Armor's very expensive. Oh, but price are right here.
Okay.
Dude,
Where are the pole arms? Oh, it's alphabetical.
Yep. Yeah,
Oh,
under.
okay.
My girlfriend built a gaming computer.
And then
It's fine, but I
your
fucking hated
armors
everything
are
that-
one more page over.
liquid cooling. But I have like a full ATX like steel case. And,
Yep.
was
Doing
on
inheritance.
390,
I want
and,
nice stuff.
And that gives you 20 plus another 1d12.
Okay.
But it's
So right now you got 48.
it was like the 8450 or so.
Was it one of like the MX binders?
Yeah, black bucks. Good stuff.
You can also just wait on spending build points too
That's my,
to
that's my
see
baby.
how they interact.
For sure. I would be so sad if something like
Gun 11.
it's
Ooh.
a little scary how much it depends.
So plus 11. So that
I have-
equals.
This gaming laptop, desktop, another gaming desktop that I just for streaming, and then another gaming desktop I go up with pieces.
Right on.
So I have backups if anything happens.
This is mostly my laptop.
I need a new phone. So
What are you thinking?
Give me an instance of charm
I got
resistance.
screwed by the Note
What?
7.
Give me an
79.
instance of charm
And
resistance.
I got locked
So
in.
charm resistance, it's not going to be very frequent. Mainly, it's probably going to be a lot later. Mainly if someone casts a spell on you, which is going to be probably a lot later in level.
Yeah, I don't miss fixing them. Ever since DS5, ever since we replaced this
But like if you did buy that, you're very, very resistant. A plus 12 is enormous.
The LG, they just released a beautiful phone that was I was almost willing to give it as opposed to another.
They should have offered Note 8s to Note 7 users. I was like, this is your chance to redeem something, Samsung, and they just.
They offered it for half off if you traded in the Note 7. But I guess you'd have to, or if you had one before.
Yeah, you have to buy it outright though, and I'd have to buy 2 of them. And it's just not an option for me right now.
That's fair.
I just moved into our new house. I dropped $3,000 like 2 months ago. And tapped until I built my reserves back up.
It's a facade.
And the next thing I do,
A
for
falchion?
money-wise that's big is I'm getting
It's got a
myself
D
an
on the
outfit.
Oh,
Really?
I have no idea. There's some crazy pole arms. A lot of them are French.
Look up
You know?
the LG
Yeah.
3. That's good shit.
I will, thank you.
I like this
Cheers, Sam.
bulge.
bulge seems kind of cool. Let's see what it is. It's a glaive.
What are you up to tonight, Nick?
I was just gonna like continue being drunk because it's nice. I don't know how much I want to do it without any company, but
Well,
it's nice.
we're all here. You can do it for the entire world to see.
Don't mind that.
Well, luckily you're off camera.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're fine.
So
You're in the one spot that's not visible.
They can just see your beard disappearing every once in a while.
we're good there.
Okay. You bought a bunch of stuff.
A few. I got just mainly what I was given for half off.
Did you want to buy weapon specialization at all? So that's the you can get you can get bonuses to attack, speed, defense, and damage for different weapons. It costs 6 points for each one of them. For a normal weapon, 5 points for daggers or knives. So it's almost like half off the talents. Another thing I'd advise is you might want to bump up strength.
Yeah, I was thinking about bumping
Because
I don't mind.
a -3 damage modifier with a dagger is going to be pretty limiting. Because you're going to be rolling 2d4 and subtracting 3. So you go from you've got a 2 points of damage.
So for every 1 point, I get plus 10. Correct?
Yes.
My brother was a
So-
smoker, he quit with his vape. My girlfriend was a smoker, she quit a year ago now with her vape.
Yeah.
Have you
So
tried
I'm
it?
gonna take.
I mean, I've had a
7.
couple pens.
Have you tried the high-end one?
I haven't.
Don't hit it like a bong. Mouth hit it. Take it in your mouth, and then your lungs. Don't take it straight to the lungs. They're gentle with it. Oh, you gotta hold your button. You gotta squeeze it when you do it.
Oh, that one?
Yeah, the whole side is a button.
Just holding all the sides.
Okay. So now 7.
You gotta go slow until you get it.
You said that.
Eventually.
He didn't believe you at all.
I was just like, I've been smoking my whole life. I will go.
Like the pens are very little clouds. These are sub-ohm vapes. They kick out. They're called cloud chasing.
That's it.
Yeah, so the reason we call it cloud chasing is because I like to get fancy with it and start doing tricks.
That's so cool.
Damn. That was pretty sweet.
That's awesome.
So see, like I've been taking small. I take one big puff and look at them.
Yeah.
Well,
you wanna try
to be fair, I
You
had
just
two.
did like 2. Yeah.
My clouds are bigger than his because I built mine to specifically produce bigger clouds. So I have what's called a TF-V12. It's a TF-V12 tank, which runs off of 8 oct coils.
Again. And it tastes really nice, but you can still like have that. Yeah.
Lung hit, yeah.
Damn. That's awesome.
That's crazy.
And that also like fucks me
So-
out too. Like I can feel it in my head, which is
So-
That is the one downside is if you get into these, especially if you get into cell-phone vapes that run like the high-end stuff like this, your nicotine consumption goes way up.
Does it really?
But there's no carcinogenics, there's no fire, there's no emphysema, there's none of the negative health effects. Basically, yeah. I mean, you feel like
That's awesome.
Do you have
great,
a?
and like after switching off of cigarettes to a vape for a year, your lungs are pretty much undiscernible from
Oh no, that's only one.
Really?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Because all it is it's water vapor
Yeah.
with nicotine
Yeah.
and steam. Like, that's it. And the flavor. Like it's basically the same. You're breathing in the same thing you breathe every time you take a really hot steamy shower.
Huh.
And because nicotine itself is addictive
Alright,
and vascular restrictor,
do a little
it's
more
like
on this
your
load.
heart rate
Alright,
increases like you ran
so
like
once
flight
this is. Oh yeah.
So
you're
you
talking
increased
about-
it to a 703. Did
Yep.
you want to increase it
So-
higher?
The
Increase it
more
to
you do it,
an
the
8?
more you
I've
adjust
only
it,
got
once you
14
adjust
built.
it.
You've also got
actually,
36 for charisma skills.
36 for, yeah, so I'm gonna take another 10 off. Reduce
Takes
this
a
to
little
4, and then it becomes
Takes a little bit and you gotta go slow.
803.
What I might do is I might just sit on those 4 building points and leave them right here,
Oh,
and
also,
then
probably should have told you to pre-charge it.
That's cool.
So you hold the button, and then you take a few parts without inhaling it, and that's to get it going.
So I change it up here now too.
and then leave that 4 right there, and then that 4 can be used
Take it to the one
randomly.
side.
So now let's adjust what your strength is now.
And
So we have to go to the
yeah,
very
it's
beginning of the
smooth,
book.
it's just smooth, it's better every which way.
Not part of the beginning.
You can
little bit farther.
smell how much people that smoke Steam Cactus Mission use.
A little bit. So this is, we're getting there, but strength is the
Your
first
taste
one.
comes back.
So it's,
Okay. All the benefits of quitting, pretty much.
Can you switch to like
Strength.
weed
So
type
I am
shit?
now 8. So
I know somebody that actually has 2 vapes and one that he uses for nicotine and one specifically uses
Okay.
for liquid,
yeah, and that's going to be a lot better.
minus
Pretty much
1.
completely quit smoking when you guys
Okay,
have
so
six
now I
vapes.
know what that is.
That's really cool.
That's 3.
That is really cool.
Yeah, and you can
Lift
even just
is
use different
now-
tanks, just pop the tank up and swap them out and you send them out.
Yeah, Sam that was here does a little bit of vaping, but I don't know how high end his is.
And one of the cool things too is if you smoke a pack a day, and then for a month you like 250 bucks like that, you get set up into one of these for like 150 bucks total, and then after that you just gotta buy atomizers and choose. Atomizers are $5 each, and
Okay.
choose should last you a month for a bottle of this.
Even if you're
Awesome.
smoking a bag a day.
That's awesome. You've
So
been
imagine just
been pretty set up. So
20
now we
bucks
have to
each and
set up your
$5
weapons.
atomizer per month,
So
25 bucks a month.
Wow.
melee weapon, your first
And
one
your
is a
lungs are
dagger,
like
right? So
recovering.
dagger.
I mean, up until I got too busy with
Um,
my most recent job.
your
down,
missile
just,
weapon,
like,
longbow?
the entire day just worked from now on. But before I started this job, I was vaping. every day,
And you also
vaping
use
for
throwing
like
knives,
10
right?
years.
Yes.
So
That's
we'll
why
just
I
call
came
this
out
throwing
with
knives.
Wow.
It says melee weapon
it.
2,
I got
but
this new job,
it's perfectly fine.
been there for like 2 years, put on 30 more pounds.
So now
So I don't have time to run anymore.
we need to
happens.
check. We'll need to check which one of these is. Which one of these are your core skills? Because they'll be cheaper to buy because you've got 36 build points to spend on charisma. Thanks. So go to
Hello, Dad.
the assassin. So all of these skills you want to put a check mark by,
Huh?
and if we accidentally put a check mark on ones earlier, we just need to erase those.
Okay,
So
so
I was
acting.
before I came here, I got off work at a rush hour.
Climbing,
to go to
repelling
a
has
concert.
nothing.
So you'll want to check that.
Guys.
You want to put a check mark there
Okay.
because that represents it's a core skill, and you can purchase that.
Clean info. Hiding. Language.
You don't need to put one there. It just
Okay.
means you can purchase languages.
Listening done. Observation. Okay, and lock picking. Yep. And sneaking.
Talents.
So it's already checked.
Okay.
So now we need to go to purchasing skills. So here's all the skills. You can buy them if they've got a check mark for universal, or if they're a check mark here. Like so, acting is universal. Let's see which one it isn't. Sneaking.
Anything crazy happen with your character yet?
Huh?
Oh, lockpicking I know is.
No, I mean
So
I'm just
lockpicking
doing
isn't
like
universal,
the,
but you
the
can purchase it.
equipment and stuff. So
And
I'm
then the
wielding a
cost is right
Volge,
there.
which is well, I'll show
Okay.
you.
These guys have to be
And
spent
ring mail
on
and a small
charisma
shield.
related skills.
Not
So if it
sorry,
says
not ring
charisma
mail.
next to
Studded
it,
leather.
you can purchase it.
But I'll show you the
Is
weapon.
it
I need.
assless?
We can make it assless.
This padded armor is.
Well, I don't need padding where I already got it, if you know what I mean.
Hey.
I do have a big butt.
It's like a squat Beyonce. With
Nothing
words.
about me looks like Beyonce.
Except the butt.
Nothing.
Not that Kim K
I'm
booty.
disgusted, but horny.
Nice.
Flirtatious. Very flirtatious.
Oh, actually,
And
you can actually buy any of those skills. You can purchase any of those skills. Universal just means if you can use it without having purchased
so I'm
something.
wielding this guy on the bottom.
Or at least any charisma-based
Nice.
skills you can purchase
It's
with
like
those
3
build
times
points.
taller than you are.
Yes. They don't have to have the check mark for you to
Do
purchase
you have
it.
a blank white piece of paper? Pure white.
Pure white.
Printer paper.
I don't know if I have some down here, but I can grab some.
Is it? I want to get a
11.
picture of that dice before we leave.
It's 11?
Yep.
Yeah. Grab one for Mark.
If I put it on white, it'll be easier to manipulate. I'm gonna try and change.
And so you can purchase them as many times as you want, by the way. Every time you purchase it, you get another advancement roll. So remember when we did all the D12 rolling? And you can also buy is language. The language is intelligence. Okay. So you might want to buy a language or two so that you know.
I should get improved
So you know a
reach.
human language.
Got a long ass
And because you're
Yeah,
a polyglot,
and, well, normally
it
I'm
costs
really short because I'm playing a
half
Gnome
that.
Titan.
So
like
every
a
one
minus, I
build
could
point you
just, like,
spend.
go
But
over.
only problem is
I've only got
Aren't
4.
Titans
these have to be
big?
taken out of your pool.
Gnome Titan.
So you don't have to buy a bunch, and it might just mean
They're
you don't
basically
speak very
trained
well.
gnome warriors.
That's cool.
So.
So I can do language for 1,
Mhm.
and I could choose a language from there.
Yeah.
Okay, so we will throw. Where was my languages? Not on here.
It's on the backside, right here. So you'll
Okay,
just
so
and you could pick. I mean, take your pick. There's 5 human languages. I mean, you could do Dwarven, you could do Gnome. You could
there's 5 human languages.
5 human languages.
So I have to specify.
Yes.
Hey, can I see your phone for a second? I'm off.
The here's kind of the world, and the where the 5 different human races kind of speak. Calamaran is probably the most universal, just because it's at one point they conquered almost the entire map, and then their empire fell.
Okay, so there were 5 human. What we got?
Elven, or you already have Elven, so Dwarven, Gnome.
I could also get
If you think of any
talent Tough Hide.
like monster races, if you wanted to, you could know Orc or Hobgoblin or the Grell language or Kobold or like there's a bunch of different monsters out there that have languages that you can speak as well.
Where do I see who I closely interact with?
That would depend on where you want to be from. So like where on that map did you want to be from?
They're on.
As an elf. As an elf. There's elves. So this is up in Randobia. There's elves up in here. There's also in Calamar. There's elves all over the middle and south. And in the in the northern area. And this would put you right next to the Hobgoblin Empire. There's also elves up here. So there's almost elves in every area. So it's entirely up to you. You're not gonna. Elves don't really like dwarves, so it'd be less likely for you to know Dwarven.
But if you were from a dwarven place,
Yeah, you might know dwarves. So, what are you feeling?
we thought
I've already got Calamaran, so I might as well stick fairly close to that.
Okay.
Save what points I can.
Yeah. And you can also purchase them later as well.
There's literacy. I need some literacy, and I'll just do Calamar.
Awesome.
What?
Stream support
Where are you seeing that stuff? Is that
On Twitter.
Oh, on Twitter. Okay. No, I'm not.
Okay.
I don't have a Twitter.
So
I don't have a Twitter.
36 minus.
Not really my thing.
7.
So 29.
We are.
Okay.
We are at Ud20.
Normal quality, but there also are rolls to see how good of a blacksmith the person was, and to see if there are exceedingly quality items. So there a lot of it, some of it's given to chance, but a lot of the times the person who's prepared the game and like what's going to happen like knows like the qualities of everything.
But there are tables in the Dungeon Master's Guide that often, if he's going to be like, oh, hey, I don't know what to put in the chest, you roll, and it, like, you roll a D100, so they have a list from 0 to 100, and if you get, like, a 65, it'll say, oh, you have a Masterwork Longbow.
I can even show you. So, like right here is a list of
The cool thing about Hackmaster
random
is it
weapons.
really,
So you roll
it really
a
helps.
D1000.
I won't say
And if you wanna generate a
enforce, but it
random
really
weapon,
helps
here's all the
support
different
role
weapons.
playing in a way that Dungeons and Dragons
And
does.
so like there's just
Which
all
is-
these different
makes the
charts
game
too.
better.
So like what
Yeah.
happens is you prepare an
More fun.
adventure,
even if you're like not doing
and they tell
awesome,
you to like here's a treasure table. So if you really don't know what you want to give the party, you could be like, oh shit, what's in it? And you roll. And so you like, let's say you roll a 521. There's a little bit of jewelry. So then you go to the jewelry table, and then you roll there.
Nice.
And you're like,
Sweet.
oh, there's a crocodile tooth necklace on a brass chain, and you just determine the value of it. So a lot of that, there's a bunch of rolls to determine all that stuff, and so a lot of the times that's done beforehand to speed up the process. So like today at about 7, I was sitting upstairs and I was like reading through all my notes and like re-clarifying things and making a few more rolls and adding details to try to make it flow better, so that I don't have to like be looking at these tables in the middle of the game. So a lot of the times I'll just have it prepared and like try to memorize it so that I can just kind of let it flow a lot easier.
Which is the sign of a good dungeon master.
Yeah, and some people are insane about it. And yeah, some of them are very prepared. But I've also got like a bunch of different modules down here from like magazines that have pre-prepared adventures. So I mean, I'll even show you an example. Let's see. Like here's a combat. So there's a warder, and they've got all of his stats, and they got his possessions. So that way, when you kill him, there's a +1 battle axe on him. There's a potion, and like all this gear. And like maybe in combat he used the potion, so he doesn't have it anymore.
Okay, and so whatever he has left after use in battle, you can take as loot.
Exactly. Yeah. And we have several different systems that we play too. Hackmaster's very detail oriented.
It's also very different from
Very different.
everything else.
Yeah. Hackmaster. Well, what happened was Hackmaster got a license from Dungeons and Dragons to make a spoof. So they started with Hackmaster 4th edition. There was no 1st edition, 2nd edition, or
Is
3rd
this
edition.
Hackmaster 5e?
No, Hackmaster 4th edition.
No, like, is what you're playing.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
So they got a license from Dungeons and Dragons to make a spoof.
Yeah.
So Hackmaster 4th edition was just entirely spoofing Dungeons and Dragons. They kind of like they basically took Dungeons and Dragons and put some twists on it and just made
Radiant and stuff, so I'm like nerding out on this a little bit. Just like thinking about like, yeah, it's complicated. Oh, get out. But what? How did he do with his elbow? I've seen that. Wow.
damn.
I didn't know people could do that. Well, I mean, I had a gist, but like,
I can blow a
Yeah.
smoke ring.
So you're
I was
like,
I
one,
could do
maybe.
like one bad smoke ring, maybe.
I can blow a smoke ring.
That's okay.
I might even get a good one time.
Ooh.
One time.
Got it.
Where were we?
How many do I have left here
Let's
for
see.
build points? I have 8 left.
Oh yeah, we're
Yeah,
working.
no, nobody likes you.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no.
No, the two.
That means
What
that
can you
means
do?
2 people like him.
Alright,
Is
we're
one
working.
him? And the other is your character.
But then again, this character likes everybody.
Ooh.
Not in the way you might appreciate either.
Death by snoo snoo.
Every time.
Grind, stomp, grind, stomp.
Got that.
I just have kind of a protruding tailbone that's just really wrecked.
That killer twerk.
Killer twerk, man. I got that boom boom pow.
Alright. Back to what we were doing.
Back to what we're doing.
Alright, so we're working on my weapons.
Oh, your
Okay.
skills. Right? Right, do you have all... You need to spend all 29.
Okay.
You deserve that. You deserve that.
Here then.
So yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
So
I mean, whatever.
He's got his thumb, he's like put it in front of the cat's mouth. Like, you're gonna bite me, and the cat bites him, and he goes, "Raw!" And the cat just flashed onto his face.
Hit me in the face.
It's the move. Remember that one time you thought that you tried to bite the cat?
I always try to bite the cat.
The cat tried to like attack him, and he was like, "Fine, I'm gonna bite you." And he bit the cat, and of course the cat attacked his face.
Every time.
Every time.
Every time.
You did it multiple times after it didn't work. Like
Works.
oh man, didn't work. I got my face clawed. Try it next time.
No, one time I bit the cat and I got a face full of fur.
Oh, yeah,
That was the
I mean
most
that's
success
I think
I've
you do
ever
that
had.
every time. You just also get attacked.
okay. Time to roll for the skills I chose.
The worst part is when we're playing D&D. Sometimes I'll get excited. I'll be walking around.
Oh, and she'll just
And the cat
nail
will
your
just
calf.
charge and attack. And so
Yeah.
I'll just be like middle of saying something, and then I'll just feel myself happy. Like, ah!
Yeah, it does happen.
We're
Okay.
gonna make you famous, kitty. Well,
Nope.
Psych.
I have a cat who's just adorable. Everything she does is just cute. Total opposite of this.
Sometimes she's so cute, and you like try to appreciate her for it, and then she just murders you, and you're like, why did I even try? Why do I even love you?
The worst thing that'll happen to my cat, if you pet her, she'll just run away.
Oh, I still love you, kitty.
She doesn't always like to be touched, but she'll just go hide. Well, I got one. Just everything she does is adorable. She'll even be cute when she's knocking over something, destroying something expensive.
You're like, oh, look at my money go away.
Okay, mastery die modifier, so I've got intelligence, which in my case is 11. So no modifier?
Out of 20.
That cat,
Oh.
could you not?
That sucks.
My kids.
Cords are fun.
You're not gonna get along with her. Wanna be your friend.
I can barely talk in Kalamar. Like it's rough.
But you can.
Is that your?
10.
That's not your native language, alright?
No, it's not. No, I can speak whatever the fuck Gnome Titans speak very well.
You
No.
know how to say wanna fuck.
It's
It's
not
like-
even that. Just fuck. Then you gesture towards yourself.
Fuck
Me.
me.
Wait.
Would you fuck her? I'd fuck me.
Oh god. Hey,
Oh God.
Oh god.
why does it have to be this way? Okay. Oh, instead of seduction, I got intimidation.
I guess that's how you do it.
That's the. Oh, I mean, seduction is like you're trying to make them attracted to you. That hasn't really worked for me because I'm ugly.
Ever.
So I'm an ugly bitch. So we're going with intimidation.
What
Hopefully
is
I
your
roll-
charisma?
4.
Your
boy.
looks and charisma are 4?
Well, it was a 9. I rolled a 9, and then it was -1 for my race, and then -4 because of my looks.
Oh.
Hey, elf boy. I like it when they rhyme.
Okay.
Got a new Martog.
Okay, these are penetrating, so I rolled a 12 on my first penetrating for intimidation.
You're a rapist.
It's an intimidating penetration.
It is an intimidating
So-
penetration.
I
Okay,
can
I just
eat
got a
up
1.
all the way
So that's
to
just
2
12.
left.
But I got it twice.
Um,
Yeah, I got intimidation.
You can just
So
toss those.
12.
Okay,
So 20.
You have to roll under
add
20.
those.
Yes.
Where do I add
I have to roll
all
under
these?
20.
So,
So like a 1/5 chance.
Like we go down
That's
here,
for
so
difficult checks.
the first time you
If I roll
purchase,
under
if
60,
they're already
it's
up
an
here, then we're
average.
gonna just start
Because you
rolling
got
mastery.
that
So
force.
Should have your
seduction
rapist.
is here. So it's charisma
I
and
mean,
luck.
flirtatious,
So
not
charisma's the
raping.
first one. So a D12.
Not quite that bad.
Do you think I'm pretty?
Did you purchase
Yeah,
it once
exactly.
or more than
Intimidating.
once?
Hey,
Once
think I'm
each.
pretty
So
now.
just roll D12.
Oh,
Actually,
God.
correction.
Disgust.
So I had those 2
Everyone.
left. I
Sit
can
on
add
my
that.
lap.
So there's
I can
Wasn't
sit.
a choice.
4.
No, don't move. I'll sit
That's
on
gone.
you.
Turn this back to.
I
Okay.
said, come here, big boy.
Oh gosh.
Okay.
So,
Oh god, your character's gotta be the greatest of all
I
time.
rolled a
It's
d12. I got a 6.
and then we add, so one page over, you got a 19, so you add 4. So it's 10,
29.
took 29. So your art of seduction is at 29%.
Okay. So seduction is taken care of. Recruiting.
Yeah, it's just, if it's not
Charisma.
listed here, write it here, but recruiting's right there. So
Yeah.
Okay, talents and racial abilities.
So,
Oh, wait.
19 still.
Okay.
Colonel Patches, what's going on? How you doing, dude?
So that's
Welcome.
11. So that's an even 20.
How's the night
30?
treating you, Patches?
30 under recruiting. Okay. Interrogation. Wisdom and charisma. Again, 15. Or 19. Just plus 4. So that's 12. 34?
Yep.
No, 32.
Or-
Sorry.
Yeah, 32. No, 31. No?
No.
12? 12 plus 19?
Yeah, 31.
Yeah, 31. Yeah. Math is hard.
It is. It's terrible.
Think about that way too hard.
Way too hard.
So intimidation was the one that was times 2.
Yep. So now that it's a 31, so we look and we see, okay, you're currently average. So now you don't roll a d12, you roll a d8 every time you do advance. So the better you get at skills, whenever you try to advance in it, you'll get slower and slower. So to become a true master, it'll take a lot of gold points. So now it's a d8. Up one. One of the purple ones. Yep. 4, and then still plus your 19, so plus 4. So it just becomes a
Okay,
plus
so
8 on top of your 31.
27.
Or intimidate, right?
Yeah.
So 31 plus 8 will just become 39. You
No,
will
that one was interrogation. I did interrogation.
oh, yeah,
I
you already-
rolled for intimidation.
Oh, you haven't rolled for intimidation. Okay, yeah. So we actually rolled d12 still. Yeah. On the first time you purchase.
12.
So since you rolled
So
a
it's
d12,
12 plus 4 is 16, plus the 19 is going to be 35.
and because you rolled the maximum dice, you actually get to roll another d12.
That's sweet. What do you roll that for?
Intimidation.
Oh, hell yeah.
So
So it's in 40 then?
yep. But because you penetrated, you just subtract 1. Just as the
So
rule. So
39.
39.
So I've got the 39 plus the 8.
Yep.
So it's 47.
Yep. So you're crazy good at intimidation.
Okay.
You just got that look as you sharpen your dagger.
You're just so cruel.
No, just tossing one of my throwing knives in the air.
And then you just kind of point towards her,
Wow.
and you're like,
And I start stripping
yeah, and
slowly.
and that scares people into submission.
Alright, so
Butterfly knife.
And then that's when like you look at his genitals and be like, you can either lose it or wish you never had it.
19 again.
Awesome.
So 11, so
Death press.
30.
There's
Yeah, your character is
character.
going to be very persuasive
There's your character
and
right
very
there.
charismatic.
So persuasion is charisma again. Oh,
Okay, I'm gonna do
24.
damn laptop interface.
I'm like so much less versatile than my other character.
Then your wizard.
Yeah, I'm very like didn't have a lot of build points left. I decided to get tough hide and just be like good at that. It's like very.
That's even.
I know. I was thinking that was why it was worth it.
You
Tough
just
hide.
got this like really tough skin, and people
Yeah.
are like, your skin is so
So 16.
coarse.
Yeah. It's actually just that there's so much hair all over my body that acts as damage reduction.
It's armor.
Okay. So
Just saying, I wouldn't want to fight you.
I wouldn't want to do anything with you.
I wouldn't want to.
Ah.
Your intimidation is pretty simple. You roll into the room. You just get that look.
So 12,
No.
19, 23.
Like I see what you're wearing. Something might pop out. I just tell me
42.
now.
Remember, there's the -1. You can get penetrated.
41.
Yep.
okay.
Under
This
diplomacy.
is okay. I'm gonna write down flaws.
Your character
Dagger.
is very diplomatic.
Distraction.
Nice.
Again,
It's always
charisma.
nice to have someone like that in the
Yeah.
party.
Yeah, especially if it's Sam who's up
Oh my god.
1. Dang. Alright, so it's 5, 24. Under distraction.
Basically, hey, look over there. And depending on their intelligence, it might work.
So fast talking is not on there.
If I am able to act well enough, this would because I'm a bragger, I'm horny, and I have a bad sense of humor too.
Okay, so
You know, you gotta
fast
do it.
talking was one of the ones I bought with charisma, so
You
is
need
that still
somebody in the party
charismatic?
that's very
Let's see.
beautiful. and
What
then
does
you
fast
just be the
talking say?
grenade.
I don't even
Charisma.
know. I don't.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sorry, still
This
charisma
is
based.
kind of a
Okay, so
tall. I
19.
mean, it's fun, but it's like kind of a tall
Yeah,
order.
You need another
Role play.
character in this group.
Jesus.
You need a beautiful woman so that you can be the grenade.
And the woman's gotta be an actual like a bombshell and plays a terribly ugly dwarf as well.
No, I'm saying that you need a character that's beautiful so that his character can be the grenade.
His character. Oh yeah. Is there anyone that is beautiful in this group? I don't think so.
I
Hey,
don't know what Sam.
I'm
rolled.
attractive, I think.
What'd you roll? What'd you
He's
roll?
got an 11.
11.
So you're average.
Yeah. And I don't know what Sam's is. I don't
Too
know.
real.
He probably took it with him. Sam likes to take his characters with him. I never do. Actually, I did once back. Probably is that it right there? Do you write that? Like I said, he probably took it home.
Yeah, his looks are an 8.
So
You guys are just all horribly ugly.
Yeah.
Except for me.
You're
I
And then
look
he's
like a
average.
goddamn bombshell compared to you guys.
Yeah, that's why you're hanging out with them because you're
You
they're
make me look better.
1s and
You're a rule
2s,
of
and
three.
you're usually a 4, but around them you're an 8.
Yeah, I'm sitting there.
Get you.
Okay,
This is
hit
the meanest
points.
cat I've ever seen, honestly.
She's not even. Oh, she's just. She's not mean. We're Stockholm syndrome.
Where
at
do I
this
look
point.
for hit
Okay,
points?
so
Where do I look to calculate hit points?
Race, class, and your constitution.
Okay.
I forgot what happens with the ones that have a checkpoint or a check mark.
Those are just the ones that you're trained in.
Natural.
They're your
okay.
core skills.
Okay, so that one is still charisma.
Which one?
Fighters.
Oh, yeah.
1d10.
Clean information.
Yep.
And then how do I account for
6,
constitution?
10,
Do I just add constitution?
Yes.
Okay.
So what is your constitution?
17.
So you've got 17 hit points
Fuck yeah.
plus a D10.
Nice. And
And then let's
gnomes
see.
are size small.
But not a gnome titan might be different
I
off
don't
of their
think
hit
so.
points.
I don't think so.
Brave
Then this one. I think they're-
5. So 5 plus your
Oh.
so 5 plus 17 is 22.
Okay, 22
Plus whatever you
this.
roll.
Yeah, now you have stars. That's what happens.
So 24, and your previous hit dice roll is 2.
35, 35.
Oh, it's
first level. I'll probably boost that next time.
Yeah, because you'll roll and you'll
There's not
most
gonna be one
likely.
upstairs.
What's upstairs?
Okay.
Crazy Porter.
Oh yeah.
All right. Those are done.
So now we have to go into equipment. So
Okay, so I'm going
let's just go a
to
little
let's
bit
see
further.
like this is the part where it starts getting really fucking hard.
You start with 35
Oh, I'm
plus
gonna get a
2d12
listening
silver.
and an observation,
So
and that'll be the rest
roll
of my build.
2d12 and add 35.
13. So that's 40. 48.
Yep. So probably keep track on the back of this guy.
Do you
have
add
48 silver pieces?
Do you add the relevant score to the roll you have when you're doing the master?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I forgot.
And
Why
there's
is
the
it so
slight
low?
bonus.
The-
So like if you
48.
have a 19,
Yeah,
you get a
I
plus
included
4.
that.
Yep.
Okay.
So yeah, and then it's a base 10 system. So 10 copper and a silver, 10 trade coins and a copper, 10 silver and a gold. And you have your pick of equipment. They've got like clothing, illumination. There's outfitting bundles and whatnot. Armor and equipment and weapons are back here. So whatever you want to purchase for your character. And if you want to get more money, you can spend 5 build points to get inheritance. So
I only have 3 left.
right, yeah.
I got 9 silver pieces left.
So, but so if you
After
want to,
armor
you
and
could get rid of
weapon
one of the like
and,
talents you purchased.
like
or,
travelers.
like you
guard,
could get
like
rid of
normal
something if you
stuff.
really wanted
Huh?
inheritance.
Good. I
So-
want to start basic.
I'm sure it's not in the book.
So
Doesn't mean I can't do it.
I don't need
we'll
clothes
see.
because
What
I
are
can
you
buy
trying to do?
armor.
He was suggesting buying heels.
And some lipstick.
I've
A
seen-
lot of lipstick.
There might be.
There's maybe a makeup kit.
I think there is. I know there's black face paint. So if you want a black face, you can do that.
Next year for Halloween.
Lukaku.
Okay, so Eli, do you do this one or this one for your weapon?
Both.
Both.
I usually do it in the like if you got a lot of stats and whatnot, I usually do it there, and then that's my quick reference sheet right up
That's
there.
your quick reference sheet.
Yeah, that up there.
This guy. Okay, so I'll do it down
Alright.
here, and then I'll.
So you said
weapon
it's
speed.
10 copper
14.
To 1 silver.
to 1 silver,
Mm-hmm.
and then of course 10 silver to 1 gold.
And then there's 10 TC is trade coins.
Yeah.
So 10 trade coins to 1 copper.
Are they less valuable?
Yep.
And that's the currency?
Yep.
Yeah, but we don't use that
But like trade coins is like what you'd have to buy like an ale or like a meal at an
That
inn.
is vape. That is not a fog machine. Oh, that would be cool though.
Should I give him another show?
You want to see another one? I'll step out of the way. I was kind of blocking you.
Oh, who's gonna be there?
Damn.
Whoa.
We might as well have a fog machine at this point.
I think we
Jeez.
do.
It's actually a proven fact that smokers have a bigger set of lungs, so that when you actually get into vaping, they can hold a much larger cloud.
Wow, there's hope for me.
Only if you switch into the fun side of the force.
I heard they have cookies over there.
We did. In fact, we did. We
We
had
cookies
cookies.
here. We had cookies earlier.
We had birthday
They were
cake
birthday
Oreos.
cookies. The cake was a lie, but we had cookies.
Yeah.
All right.
Strangely good.
So obviously, I'm gonna want some sort of lighting. So
Yeah, and so in Hackmaster, there's no dark vision. If you have low light vision, you just see twice as well when there is illumination. So
I
having a
want-
torch is quite useful, as the other party learned.
Oh, okay, and this accrues into my weight as well.
Yeah.
I'm allowed
So I
10
need
pounds.
Strength.
With when you're being unencumbered, that is. So you'll take a slight penalty if you're over 10 pounds of equipment, but it slowly builds.
Okay.
And you also don't have to carry everything on you. Like you can definitely leave stuff in the inn, or you know, if you have a backpack on you, you could drop it before getting in a fight.
If you don't bring it up.
That's what you do.
I don't care about it. I still wouldn't bring it up.
Yeah. And then the availabilities don't come into account right now. But like if you actually were in a situation, like where you're like, oh shit, I really need a torch.
Where does it determine like length of time or how long?
I think it says along like it'll give a brief description of like illumination.
That's just.
Oh, it even says more details in a different chapter.
Mildly flammable.
I think the duration is about 6 hours for a torch.
Lamp oil. Carry. It's the oil lamp. It's an oil lamp.
Oh, interesting. So how long does that last? Is what you're wondering?
Essentially wondering the use.
I think it's got
Oh, it depends.
lamp oil per flask. It probably says in. I'm gonna look in another. I'll look for that
So
information.
strength doesn't help your attacking.
Only for damage.
Okay, well that's all I wrote. Okay, cool. So, wisdom helps with initiative. Intelligence, so what's an initiative? So wisdom is low, so +3 from that.
Okay. A lantern is 9 hours per half pint. So 18 hours for 1 pint of oil.
And a flask is equivalent to.
I think it says per pint right there at the top. Does it say lamp oil
Per flask.
per flask?
Constitution. Physical
I'd
saving.
assume a flask is a pint.
Okay, so roughly 18 hours.
Physical
Yeah.
saving throw.
A torch lasts 30 minutes. And a candle lasts 6 hours.
A candle lasts 6 hours. Ooh,
Yep.
that is better.
Doesn't give a lot of light.
No.
Yeah, but an oil lamp.
Yeah, so
says-
a candle gives you 15 feet of good light and another 15 feet of dim. A torch gives you 30 feet of good light and another 30 of dim. A lantern has like its own little chart about what it does, but it's got a 50-foot beam.
So visibility versus duration for cost.
Yes.
And I'll stick it with my oil lamp.
Okay.
I threw a new poll up just for the fun of it.
A what?
New
A poll. It's not popping up on like the main screen thing. Oh, gotcha. It's just a number.
Oh, my laptop died.
That is kind of one of the viewers went.
Yeah. How many do we have left?
Well, it's been fluctuating up and down.
What do we have right now?
Looks like somebody else just started watching. I can't.
No, that was me. That was the first time I've typed in chat.
Oh, gotcha.
Ah.
Hey, what's up?
Welcome! We're just building characters right now, but soon we'll get to play.
Fat and jolly. Or fat and horny.
Fat and horny.
Fat and horny. Fat, short, ugly, and horny.
It's all
That's all in this character right now.
good workings for a character.
It's all in my real life.
I'm gonna be
I
able
tried to base this character off of me, you know.
Ma-
Gnome Titan, female, fat, ugly, horny,
Method acting, right?
Method acting, yeah, at its best.
Okay, so
Jesus Christ.
we have TC, we have copper.
Yep.
What's CP?
Silver pieces.
CP is silver pieces.
Or CP is copper pieces.
Copper pieces. Okay, so-
TC is trade coins. CP is copper pieces. SP is silver pieces. GP is gold pieces. And I don't think we'll ever see platinum
They
pieces.
just call it TCSP or G.
Can I try not to die? He did something really cool, so.
You're just gonna try.
I think he was gonna try not to cough.
So remember, pre-charge it. Where
So
you
like inhale.
where you just
so-
take it in the mouth.
yeah,
You're
what
just
do
getting it started. So you go. Nothing when my lungs are
Okay.
So
It's like, is it like smoking a cigar, kind of?
and then slowly to the mouth, and then into the lungs, and then out. Like let it get in your mouth a little bit, and then go really, really slow to the lungs until your lungs have adjusted to it. 'Cause this is a water vapor, not a smoke.
I'm like thinking about the physics.
Yeah,
I'm
sure.
like,
What that is,
what?
all right. So
You're pushing the air behind it so that it's
Focus on
it's
going really
decreasing the
slow.
drag.
yeah,
of
so
the
basically,
smoke.
what's happening is when I blow that vape cloud,
Yeah.
it loses its velocity as it goes.
Yeah, it's
And so what you're doing is if you push too hard, it's going to break it apart because the air pressure coming off of your hand is going to disrupt the surface.
Yeah.
And so if you lightly push your hand behind it, it has a very slow bit of air pressure that little air pocket you're creating is pushing it to gain its velocity back without actually disrupting the vapor.
Okay, so it's basically not decelerating.
Yeah.
Is that the idea?
Yeah.
Huh.
You're giving it just enough that
That's
it's
a
not
good one.
accelerating,
Yeah.
but it's not decelerating.
I would feel like the fact that it has to go through air pushing against it, like just because it has a constant velocity doesn't mean that it's dragging any less.
Yeah. But that's why you got to keep
It's
pushing.
because, all right, so
Yeah.
the whole purpose of that is
Well,
like
like,
you're used to
pushing you-
smoking a cigarette,
And keeping your
which
tongue
is a
velocity
dry
doesn't mean you
heat.
don't feel
It doesn't
wind,
have any
right?
of the
No, yeah.
liquid that
It's
a
just
vapor
losing
cloud
on-
does.
scratching my head.
I think it's
And
that you
vapor
create
is
an air
a
bubble
cold
around
wetness, and
So
so,
like
your lungs
you-
just
you-
aren't
you're-
used to it.
you're
So
pushing
for the
air.
first
And
But
it's,
in that
few
case,
times
wouldn't
you
you
do
want
it, you'll-
to
you'll-
have your
shot,
ring
your lungs are
draft your
basically
own
getting a
hand?
shock
So
to
like
the
have your
system
hand in
because they're
front
not
of it.
used
Like
to
that
it.
would make more sense.
But if
That
you
would be too.
continue
I don't
on
know.
with it,
I don't know,
your
I'd have
lungs
to-
will
I'd wanna
get
do, like,
used to how it
testing.
feels, and
I've,
then
like,
you won't
literally
have to
been
worry
studying,
about coughing
like,
so much.
air
Like, I
currents
cough for the
lately.
first
That's
like
like
maybe
one of the
10 or
Another thing
12
too is
puffs.
you're taking really long ones, which is something you're seeing us do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying.
Don't go right on.
Yeah.
Go for very short. Just be like,
You're not good enough, dude.
like,
Can't-
see
can't-
my- if
can't
you're
jump
like
in with
this
the cool
pre-charge
kids all at
just a
once.
little pickup almost.
Okay, well that's cool. I get plus 1 my attack bonus.
Teeny one.
Yeah.
Because
you get up to level 2.
'Cause that's closer to what
gnomes,
you're used to
say
with a
gnomes
cigarette.
get the attack bonus of 1
And the
level
amount of
higher.
weed I
Oh.
smoke
As a
is
chosen class, which is pretty cool.
That's
So
awesome.
It's gonna be like,
Yeah, no, it is.
yeah, so it's nice.
Or
Right?
just
Pretty
the
nice.
water vapor.
There are actually rules to go all the way to level 30. If we
Um,
ever get that far.
That would take multiple years.
Who knows? I
Unless
mean,
we played like twice a week.
yeah.
And we would
Or
cruise
if
every
we got a
time.
lot of followers and you got a lot of bonus XP.
Yeah, if we get bonus XP,
I forget about that.
they could just love how
They just like, we want to
seductive.
get you guys.
They could
to
love the
level 10.
rapey gnome titan.
Every
That
time you
is-
scream, put a baby into me charging into a battle, you get like 10 followers on the spot. That's
So-
like, that right there is.
I don't know
requires
if this is
two
the way
different
I want to be
portals for
famous.
your arrows.
You know, there's like, you know how there's
Requires
good, like,
a
good
separate
famous and
portal
bad
for
famous.
each
This
set of
might be
arrows.
bad famous.
I
Like,
can
Oh,
see
quiver,
a
you
clip
mean,
of you
right?
jumping up and just screaming,
Well, it
put a
says
baby
portal-based.
in me! And then
Oh
just
yeah,
goes
so
viral.
that's
Oh,
for
God.
That going viral.
the coral case
pure
is for
oh god, yeah, maybe
crossbows.
not.
Oh,
Not
not
for me.
And that can hold 20 bolts.
Okay,
So
You
quiver
can get girls
could
this
hold
way,
12
too.
arrows
Put a
or
baby in me.
20 arrows or 4 javelins. But yeah.
Okay.
That's sweet.
Now I chose a backpack,
Ridiculous.
which takes off 3.5 pounds, but it also gives me an added 50.
Yes.
So I have a total of 60 to subtract all this from.
Exactly. So, and that's why also belt pouches are pretty useful. What's nice to do too is you can also just buy these outfits, which are bundles of things that give you like a bunch of mundane things.
Well, see, and I'm not gonna need.
I got a beautiful lady in the
Wait. Yeah, because I'm not going to need these clothes if I'm wearing armor.
But we're talking about
Well,
the real ones.
You're not always going to be wearing armor, too. Like, when you're sleeping, are you just going to be completely naked?
That would bring in the question of a blanket and such.
Yes. And also, like, there's certain fumbles that can happen, too. So, like, if you're in combat, you can fumble and your belt pouch can actually break. Or your belt can fall off and your pants will fall down in the middle of combat. So, it'll be useful to get another belt, because otherwise your belt pouches are just kind of like, you have to throw them in your backpack. So, there actually are interactions with every piece of clothing, which is really completely random.
And your hat fell off. Okay.
You're like, oh, great, wonderful. No, my hat! Distracts you just enough. You didn't see the axe coming.
In your brain.
Alright, so the belt
You better
pouches.
hope you got a follower that loves you.
Yeah, you're like,
Dollar.
and I didn't lose my hat.
Lost my head.
I'm just looking for followers to gain more hats. What did you have a question?
Did we get a new follower?
Looks like it might be up one. It's like I said, it fluctuates quite a bit.
I'm trying to figure out what a BMI like 35 or like 36 is. Like I don't know what that looks like. You know, it's just like I know it means you're.
Well, I mean, I've got my military BMI calculator.
Do you?
Yeah.
Wait, you want to type in
What is it? 35.
Well,
because like I'm like that's the no- I know that's
Ready?
bad, but I'm ready.
Little one.
I'm ready.
alright, so what
Tiny
what
tip.
was the
Stick tip.
age, I guess? Let's start with that.
Age 39. Well, I think it's comparable. It's comparable to
Too
good
big. It
age.
was too big.
No,
Ready
it's
for
gonna
this?
be you'd probably
Actually,
be
yeah,
like
I got you.
22.
Okay,
Water
we'll say
drink.
And
22.
your height?
Water's getting a water drink.
Height is 37 inches.
Still dying.
I
Yeah.
thought the BMI accounts for height.
Oh,
Try
there
that.
was there's a calculator in there that tells you your weight.
Oh.
It's your BMI times your height squared divided by 703.
Oh, what?
It's a lot of math for this. This is silly.
Yeah. What's your height?
My height is 37 inches.
And what's your
I
BMI?
calculated
You are-
my BMI.
Your BMI is 35.
Wait, yeah, I haven't got my weight yet.
Your weight is 70 pounds.
Okay.
Because, like, in real life, my height is, like, 74 inches and my BMI is, like, 19,
Yeah.
which is ridiculous.
But his is
Yeah,
35.
35.
Wait,
35.
I don't even know what mine is. What's my BMI, Aaron?
Yeah, I just like want to know exactly. Like, am I like, oh my god, terrifying like fat, or is it just like that? You know?
Let's see.
I was just curious.
It is that.
Yes. Yes, I am.
Your gnome.
I feel like
It
you're
feels
just. I
really
feel
good.
like
You're,
you're used to inhaling.
As
I really am.
As a gnome,
And, like,
this is
I
average.
don't know,
So yellow
More
would be
of, like,
overweight.
weed smoker than just
red is
weed smoker,
obese.
So I want to get it like
Yeah, yeah,
in
yeah.
my.
Yeah, so I
Lungs,
roll.
like, I wanna
Once you get up
inhale.
there, you go straight there. Absolutely.
35.
Yeah.
So you're heavy, but you're naturally heavy, so it's not. It doesn't look unnatural on you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of beefy.
So you're
Yeah.
just curvaceous.
Yeah, according to this, you're only
Can I see
3% body weight over.
I'm not.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, no
So
worries,
you're
no
not
worries,
bad.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I'm not gonna like inhale.
See, that's why I
it.
wanna
I'm
do
just
that,
gonna,
'cause I'm
bring
like, that
it
could be
into
like-
my mouth.
Let me take it back down to 25.
All right, I appreciate it.
I probably kicked you all the times you tried it at 45.
Probably did. It's okay. I'm a trooper. I'm ready.
25 is barely enough to
Yeah.
take a vape out.
I'm
Like
ready.
20 is barely enough to vape. At that resistance.
There you go. I feel like your throat's already like sensitive now
Yeah,
because
it's
you've been
very,
yeah.
it's very, very possible.
Yeah.
Aaron, what's my BMI?
You're fat.
What instant calculations?
He had his pencil out. But he,
I'm 76 inches and 250 pounds.
right. I was doing my weapon
Equivalent
stuff.
to a door.
You said. Wait, how old are you? Ancient. How old is
33.
ancient?
How old is it?
You
103.
said 76 inches. You're 200
50 pounds. No, I'm like legitimately a door.
He fills the door.
I have one door.
Yeah, how much? I am one. That's what it's gonna put out. A single basement door.
Like, the only difference between this door and a regular door is it'd be taller. I wouldn't be hitting my head.
Yeah. That's funny.
I am a door. I'm shoulder to shoulder door frames pretty much.
A good lineman.
I used to be this tall, but super skinny.
Huh.
But then I like beefed out my neck and
You
shoulders.
are roughly 4% body fat overweight.
I'm 30 pounds exactly from like perfect shape.
Maximum weight allowed 223.
I'm so little body fat. I like. It's hard for me to stay warm compared to what I used to be.
Yeah.
It's like really weird. It's like,
Remember when you insulted Sam? So Sam.
Oh!
Over the summer, Sam broke his-
Okay, to be fair, he did lose a little bit of weight.
Actually, that's not really fair because does that count for like muscle weight too? Because I mean, when I
I'm
was
sure.
running
I feel like
exactly, I was two.
That's the thing where you pinch or something.
Yeah,
like
that
it's,
pinch
it's
test.
involved something with the pinch test because you're right. Like
I mean,
muscle
you-
matters because it's
yeah.
heavier than fat.
Yeah.
You could be
When I was
ripped
running
and
2 miles a day and lifting like 3 times a week, I
Yeah, that'll-
was 225 to 230 fluctuating.
Yeah.
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 The pinch
But
test.
so
Oh,
Sam,
God.
over the summer, Sam broke up with his girlfriend, and so we met back up for our first session. We're sitting in the kitchen chatting, and Sam goes, "Yeah, I had an interesting summer. I lost 133 pounds of weight."
No, you said
Oh, yeah.
I lost a pretty heavy burden,
Oh, yeah.
referring to his girlfriend.
Yeah, and he said a number.
He was saying like 135 pounds.
He said 135 pounds.
And you were like, you're looking good for him.
And he looks over at Sam and he goes, "Yeah, you're looking like in great shape." And we all just looked at him, what?
Okay, yeah, it was pretty funny. I was like, I felt bad, but I was like, okay, whatever.
There's no way Sam weighed
No.
310
I don't remember
pounds.
him saying a number because if
He did.
He did say a number,
He did say I saw 100.
I don't remember that at all.
which is why we were shocked. We're like, "Oh my god, Sawyer, how could you say that?"
Oh well. Not what I thought, obviously.
Alright, how far are you out of there? We gotta get going here.
I'm good.
We can always finish up those last details later too. So there's no worries. And it's easy to, at this point, you're just in, like, once you have your equipment bought, it's just kind of, like, I can even go along and just fill in the blanks for you. So.
Okay.
You're over here enough that I'm not going to fill in the blanks
Thanks,
for
guys.
you.
Good stream.
Okay, thank you.
Woo!
Have a nice night.
Have a good night, you guys.